Welcome to another episode.
Lost in the Script, episode 162. Oh, yellow.
Oh, yeah. Take him out back. Put him down.
Shout out to Empress Regiva G7, peace and chaos and the wholeness to Duke, to Travis and the gods and the earths in the chat on this Saturn's day.
Shout out to Regina. How y'all doing? This is going to be a short episode.
It is.
At least we expect this to be. We don't expect this to be a 2-hour, 3-hour episode. So please enjoy what you get. This is going to probably be a short episode of it. Yeah.
I'm dressed like a gigolo today, I was told.
Yeah, you wearing this little what is that? What kind of
it's like a beach shirt. I took counsel with Honorable Sienna and took out her advice.
Oh,
because you know that Childish Gambino was wearing a linen outfit. Not quite linen, but
it looked like one of those Miami Vice shirts.
I fit the vibe.
It is hot as hell. So, what up?
Shout out to the Honorable Sienna.
How you doing? We're gonna get into some stuff. A couple updates. This episode is really more of an extension of last week's episode, honestly. With the topics that we're gonna speak on, more of an update on most stuff. But we are gonna get to Candace Owens. She's back on the prowl and back. She has her audience, but she's starting to go viral more often amongst the black side of the internet.
She's expanding, but
I don't think it's really working out for her because other stuff is going viral too. We'll get to it. That's hurting her image still, but maybe she don't give a fuck. Anyway, yeah, she don't. We're gonna start with a smaller story. I don't know if you find this more disappointing or somebody found it disappointing. I know exactly the people who found it disappointing, this story.
Oh, Tisha Campbell, Applehead.
So Martin Prequel.
Well, BDB got a show coming back. Animated version of Everybody Hates Chris.
Well, yeah, but a lot of times, like I said, they announce this stuff just to see the reaction. You might gotta bring it down a little bit. Just to see the reaction so that they can know whether or not they actually want to post it or not. So, yeah. You should actually go down a little more. You're not talking?
They can hear me.
All right. Martin Prequel drama series in works from Martin Lawrence, Bob Yari, and WonderHill Studios. So this goes back to the topic we've mentioned multiple times throughout the years.
Reboots, revamp, wash, rinse, repeat.
Yeah. So now this is supposed to be called Young Martin. So it's supposed to be based off of him as a youth. I don't know if it's going to be young like high school or young as in when him and Gina first got together, or how this gonna work. How was he on the show?
It can't be when him and Gina got together because he was in his late 20s when him and Gina got together, not a teenager.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's gonna be young as in
it's young like teenager,
or younger as in before.
It said teenager.
It said teenager?
Yes. Did you read the article?
No, I didn't. I'll be honest. Not this one.
Empress Regiva G7. I thought no. To when I saw this, why did Will Smith put him up to it? That's kind of seems like it.
Yeah,
is to me. He's taking the Will Smith route, but Will Smith was already young. It's just literally a repeat of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air with him. They just made it more of a drama than a comedy.
Well, is it gonna be a drama too, or are they gonna lean towards more comedy?
I don't know. It didn't specify. Pre-sequel of being a single man working at a radio station. Didn't he move there for a job? No, it said teenager.
So
it says following a young Martin around as a teenager.
So obviously it's gonna be based in Detroit. Where you from?
It said that in the article.
Yeah, I don't know where. I guess we're gonna have to go more drama. It seems like they're gonna.
She said it reads drama in the title.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, drama series. Yeah, you're right. So it's gonna be more of a drama. It's gonna copy this.
Terrible.
Yeah, it's gonna copy the same framework as Fresh Prince.
Yeah,
where it's not really leaning on the comedy.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
Did we finish watching Fresh Prince? No, we watched one episode of the last season.
Well, you don't like to,
Did you find it interesting that one episode we watched of the last season? Cause we watched the other two, I think.
It was okay.
You didn't like it either, nigga. You didn't bring it up no more after we watched that one episode.
I mean, if I decide to go back to it, I'll go back to it.
The first season was good to me. I like the plot.
You like the Marlon scene with the father.
I said I liked his acting. That one scene you keep bringing it up like I'm saying he's the greatest actor ever. Like he's Denzel.
It's okay. You like what you like.
Okay. So they're
Your
going drama
preference.
series with it. At least they didn't go with a at least they didn't go with an animation, another animation series. So
I don't want to see it.
leave the classics alone, man. But then again, they can't even create nothing else. So
And they said, Tisha Campbell said the reboot would never happen.
Yeah.
It did. She's just
without-
not in it.
That's who I think the losers in all this is Tisha
The
Campbell.
ensemble
Yeah.
braces
The ensemble.
cast.
Yeah. It's kind of been a negative for them, but you know, Martin, he get to continue to live off his own legacy at least. I should have known it too, because on social media he's been posting a lot of clips of Martin. You hear me?
Yeah.
He's been posting a lot of clips of Martin the last couple weeks.
So he was setting it up.
So he was maybe been already.
So
set
now
up.
Gladiator 2 again?
I'm only bringing this up for one reason. So Gladiator 2, we already talked about this last week. It's coming out. It has a trailer that came out, and it got a lot of negative comments
About?
and dislikes
About?
because they use hip hop in the music trailer, hip hop music in the trailer.
Well, that's what they do.
But they've used modern music in all these trailers of these sand and sword type movies.
The white audience didn't want that.
You know what they're really mad at, but it's just not addressing it. They acting like
Denzel?
It's Denzel, but they acting like it's the music they mad at. It's another case of
So you're saying if Denzel wasn't in the movie and they had the hip hop
They wouldn't care.
music, nothing would have been said.
I don't think they would care.
Okay.
It also goes to we're gonna continue to look at these people and I'm not talking about Denzel in this case because he don't give a damn, obviously. But these people that take roles and get a whole bunch of backlash.
Honorable says she. I'm excited to see this movie.
I want to see it too. I've seen Denzel in these type of movies, so I'm excited to see it too. But people who take these roles and receive backlash, I don't want them to think anybody should give them any sympathy. Luckily, we know that Denzel is not going to be one of those people that asks for sympathy. So
I wondered when I saw the Gladiator 2 trailer, I wondered, is Denzel low-key a black Roman for real / lineage?
hey, I don't think we went into that topic. I know we talked about the Spartans, which are pretty much the same, but we've talked about some of those older lineages. I don't know if we went into the Romans, have we?
I
The
think we
later
touched
part
on
of the
it.
Roman Empire, there were black emperors, quote unquote black, because all black ain't the same, obviously. So that would be interesting. I'm surprised they haven't done movies on them. I know why they haven't, but you would think.
Oh, they're getting around to it.
In the next
Carthage.
the next coming years, when you talk about the Greek or the Greeks, when you talk about the Romans, they're already kind of doing it with the
History
England.
Channel. You remember the History Channel did that about the Carthage?
Yeah,
Carthage.
Yeah, with what's his name, Hannibal.
Yes.
I think they're already doing it right now with the English kings. They're starting to make a lot of them black, and the queens. They're starting to make a lot of those people black, quote unquote. So you're probably going to see in the next coming years Roman, Greek, and all those cultures get quote unquote invaded by darker skinned people in these movies. But yeah, anyway.
The darker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Yeah.
That's what they say. Why y'all calling those people black? That was not a term used during that time.
That's why I said
swarthy,
quote,
tawny.
That's why I said quote unquote black, as in modern day they would be called that. Back then they'd be called based off their ethnicity, which would be what their father is, honorable. Anyway, Alec Baldwin weeps in court as judge announces involuntary manslaughter case is dismissed mid-trial.
The ritual's over. He's free.
His reaction was that he knew. He already knew he was getting off.
He's acting right now.
Yeah, he's an actor, so I'm sorry. As as an actor, if you are given a weapon, before you're even allowed to use weapons on set, you have to go through actual training to learn how to hold a weapon and carry and stuff. You learn the weight of the weapon. You learn certain things automatically. If you're on set and you're given a weapon, I would think the first thing you would do is check it. Check is it loaded with the blanks or is it loaded with actual bullets? That's the first thing I would think you would check. Even if you...
The actor should check it?
Yes. They're literally trained to do that.
They have a person on set that checks that too.
And the actor is trained to handle weapons as well. So they're supposed to do it too. Remember that video that Will Smith, when the guy was holding the weapon the wrong way and Will Smith took it? Obviously that was more of a promo thing, but as an actor who go through that type of training, you're supposed to know better as well. So you think you're supposed to get out? You think it's fair that he gets off?
Only on the census after the 21st birthday, according to your Bible.
Oh, you want to talk about the Bible now?
This shocked me for a second, then I wasn't shocked.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you see it, you go, oh, okay, yeah. I'm not surprised.
She was aghast.
Yeah, it is what it is. You see the woman even smiling next to him? Y'all saw the picture?
How long is the training? A few hours?
No, it's weeks. They have to go through actual.
She said a few hours.
Well, for him, it probably was. You're supposed to go through full arms training.
Hell, there was no training for him.
Well, yeah, probably.
It was take her out. Allegedly.
Yeah, there's a rumors about what she was a part of, but then again, that might be lies, so we don't know. All right, next up. We're going to start on this early. We're going to get on his ass early. Chicago Mayor Brendan Johnson bizarrely blames Richard Nixon for surging gun violence.
It was random.
Was it random? I mean, when he went into it, it didn't seem as random to me. I'm going to play the video. Hold on. Let me play the video of how he explained his point here.
When all else fails, blame it on the white man.
So we cut off the pipeline of boys between the ages of 10 and 19 being either victims or the perpetrators. So, yeah, it is personal. Black death has been unfortunately accepted in this country for a very long time. We had a chance 60 years ago to get at the root causes, and people mocked President Johnson. And we ended up with Richard Nixon. I'm going to work hard every day to transform this city. That's what it takes to build a better, stronger, safer Chicago, and I need everybody to step up.
What do you think? You already
In the
know.
article,
I'm sorry, hold on. Go ahead.
Didn't they say what? It was 100 people injured and 26.
Mm-hmm.
Was it 26 or 36?
It was 19 people were killed
19.
and 100 or others were injured in the shooting over the weekend.
And this is, and I kept saying, where is
Yeah,
the
you did say
article
that.
coming out for Chicago 4th of July weekend where blacks are literally doing massacres on one another? What he claiming happened, Chicago gun violence making headlines with no mention of race wars or Latinx will always be strange to me.
Well, he's trying to say that the reason why the community is set up the way it is when it comes to crime and poverty and such is because of the policies that Nixon enacted.
Shout out MJ at 37K haircut got his head.
Yeah, so oh sorry.
Shout out to Mr. J.
So yeah, you said over the weekend, or not over the weekend, you said last week, you expected, unfortunately, that over the weekend some numbers will come out about the shooting and stuff.
Because every year it's the same thing.
Do we still believe it's real?
Well, you know who I accuse of doing it.
Who? The Mexicans?
Huh?
The Spanish?
I accuse the cops.
Or you think the cops are going through doing it? I mean,
How can the cops not be prepared every year knowing that this massacre happens around this time of the year? Why are they not set up in the communities for this if they know it's going to happen?
Well, they said because of certain policies or certain language that Lori Lightfoot used, that they were going to. People would say the communities were being over policed.
How are they on that particular day, the 4th of July weekend? There's no such thing as being over policed.
No, the point I'm making is they said because y'all keep accusing us of over policing, that we're not going to police it and y'all see what happens.
No, because we're the ones that are committing these shootings. We're not going to police that day, especially.
Remember when Dick Gregory made that comment? He was like, people doing drive-bys, and you telling me that a regular, no offense, untrained shooter.
Shout out to Mark Gordon.
That a regular untrained shooter is allowed to go through the hood and a drive-by and get headshots while moving in a vehicle. That's not easy. That takes a lot of accuracy.
That's why I say they're trained shooters.
That's why Dick Gregory, he made that point. He said,
we've been asking this question. How are all these guns getting into Chicago?
Well, we've answered that already. Those white nationalist groups in the state below them are the ones that
Indiana
is where a lot of the guns come from. Indiana.
And where do they leave them at?
When they don't leave them, they let the gangs in Chicago purchase.
There was one place I remember there was one article saying they left a whole bunch of guns on a train.
Yeah, we've heard those rumors from Chicago people for years that they just find crates full of weapons.
You think they're lying?
Cars with trunks full of weapons is open. I've heard that rumor before. It's like folklore at this point, or a myth. Well, I don't know if it's real or not, but they said it's happening. So I don't know.
Why is the focus on black massacres? Others are shooting and killing us as well. Stop centering us. I didn't center us in that instance.
Well, yeah, you made the point.
I
it's the
said
cops.
that the cops are doing it, allegedly.
Or is it those same people that's selling them the guns in Indiana coming up? Remember this movie Purge?
Oh, the 4th of July?
They go around and... Remember Katrina? Hurricane Katrina, what happened afterwards?
They purge every 4th of July?
It ain't just the 4th of July it just happens. This happened in any holiday
They focus
weekend.
on it, though, mainly every year on the 4th of July
Nah,
weekend.
it's every holiday weekend. All of them, for the most part.
I mainly see the 4th of July ones.
Well, 4th of July might be the height of it, but yeah. It's the other ones too. But yeah, so he's now blaming Nixon for policies he's set up.
What about reparations?
And that goes into your point about it looks a certain way as a black man when you're in this position of power, influence, and you still trying to blame a white man. It's like you're the mayor. Make the necessary adjustments necessary to help the community. Why are you still talking about what somebody else possibly did or whatever?
No accountability.
Yeah, it's like at some point you the mayor. Get it done. Get it done. You gotta stop.
At some point he has to have some discernment. Be perspicacious. Have some insight, knowing that this is going on in your community, and especially during these holidays that there's the height of the shootings. Over police.
I don't like using that word over police.
Well,
in that instance,
you're a Negro, so you get scared when you see a cop.
I don't. Let me play this. This is what so another thing, obviously with Brennan Johnson, when him saying these comments, people immediately brought up his policies or allowance of all these migrants to come in. How that hasn't benefited the population, the black population as well. You see all these stories. I was gonna put up like 8 stories of these migrants killing black people. There's another story I saw today.
That's what they brought him here for.
Of a migrant who pretty much
allegedly.
A migrant who pretty much is a serial killer, and he was arrested for killing like 3 black women. And
they do just like the weak ass white men do.
Yeah, go after the women. And this was over some time. This wasn't like on the same day or nothing. Like he was pretty much turning into a serial killer. Why are you come here and killing black? What the hell?
What did black women do to you?
They're killing women and children. That's the craziest part. Robbing women, robbing children. That was obviously Honor Shiana. She showed us the she showed me the video last week of them doing that to the man on the bus, robbing the man on the bus. It's just like, what's going on? Why are y'all coming here and just?
I think this was 4 or 5 months ago. There was a homeless black dude on a bus in Burien, and there was a younger Hispanic guy, and he shot him. He just shot him while he was just laying on the bus. He just shot him.
Wait, the younger Hispanic guy that shot a black dude?
Yeah, he was. I think he was like 17, 18 years old.
The Hispanic?
He shot the homeless black dude that was sleeping on the bus. He just shot him.
They come here to the extinct. They sent trained killers. Let me play this video.
It's when Joe Biden got elected, he said he wanted to fast track 4 million undocumented residents to full citizenship. Black people completely ignored it. I spoke on it. I said, do you know why he want to fast track 4 million? Because he know he's not going to do nothing for us. We ain't going to be motivated to vote for him November. So what he's going to do is have these migrants already set up with citizenship so they can replace the black vote that he loses. The migrants are being put in our communities on purpose, New York and Chicago on purpose, because they are what? The 2 blackest cities in America. They're the 2 largest cities in America. They're the 2 most politically conscious black communities in America. So if we can wash out the black with the brown in New York, if we can wash out the black with the brown in Chicago, Philly don't stand a chance. Atlanta don't stand a chance. LA, Houston, Dallas, Detroit, Chicago don't stand a chance. The migrants are here for 3 reasons. Replace us at the polls. Replace us at the low-end industry jobs. They're not the enemy. The problem is black people don't get as much opportunity. So then people say, well, white people don't really like brown people like that. That's true. But you know what the difference is? They don't have the burden of accountability with them that they have with us. We built the country. So every time they look at us to deal with us, the bottom line is y'all brought them here and they built y'all into what y'all are. They don't have to say.
I'm sorry to pause it. Remember that point? Who was it that made a point? They were saying how whenever they look at you, they see a crime.
I don't remember who said it, but I remember.
I think it was Pastor Darby. He said whenever they see you, they see the evidence of a crime. And they always go back to what I always say.
Look at her.
I always say ancient hatred.
We ain't built shit.
Go ahead.
No, I skipped Umar a dry begging interview only for y'all to pull your favorite clips. Why y'all always hating on Dr. Umar Johnson? Johnson too busy getting ready for the DNC convention this summer, but it's gonna be 1968 2.0.
Oh, you talking about Mayor Johnson? Yeah.
Ain't he half migrant? We ain't built shit. Honorable.
Well, if he's half, that mean the other half did, didn't it?
He's a part of you.
He's a part.
Umar and Godfrey have got to stop saying we.
Well, they've completely ingrained themselves in the black national culture here in America. I mean,
considering he's Cuban, I'm surprised you're a fan, Travis. He's half Cuban, and he's out here promoting great things for the black community. He's telling you to stop integrating, invest in black people. He's saying a lot of positive things. So when the half tethers, do a great job, we honor them.
Oh, now you calling him a half tether? Damn.
Say that to the Venezuelans. They don't have to say that to the Colombians. They don't have to say that to the Mexicans. So although they don't like brown, they would much rather deal with them than the black, because with the black, there is a white man's burden that you owe them restitution for 246 years of unpaid labor.
And this goes back to the color system. The closer you are to black, the more bottom you are. So brown being right above black. It exists. It's right there.
Now let's look at what Ari Adams is doing over there in New York. A family of four is getting $1,400.
Ari. No. The half that thought being with a migrant was the escape was a Sambo.
Oh, here you go.
He's saying something interesting things. I can agree with that. Yeah, he says interesting things.
Well, he said things we've already said, so I'll be honest.
But he's popular.
Yeah, him saying on this type of platform.
Umar gets on a platform and it's gonna get millions of views. So he's out here spreading a positive message.
It's losing a little steam now.
It doesn't matter. If he goes on a platform, it's going to garner attention.
Yeah.
So
$1,400 a month. Do you know that that's more than what some of the veterans are getting with a child? They're getting more money than veterans who served in the military. Damn. Not only that, they're getting free food stamps, free child care, and permanent housing. Although New York City has a black homelessness rate no less than 35%. So you got black people who pay taxes living on the street, and you got migrants who ain't paid a single tax in their life eating and living better than the black people who built the country. If I was talking to Eric Adams and Brandon Johnson of Chicago, I would ask them something. What is the Democratic Party giving you guys that you're willing to sacrifice your political future to push this migrant agenda? Because I don't see how they get reelected by black folks.
Now, y'all don't want somebody talking like this.
Now that's
a straight shooter.
That's the truth. I think Brendan Johnson knows he's not winning another election.
He's just like Lori Lightfoot.
Yeah, he knows he's not winning another
election. I haven't seen a million views from him. He like Drake. That boost ain't working now.
You just call Umar Drake? Oh, Lord.
Damn.
I don't see how. And if your city goes to the migrants, you can best believe the migrants ain't electing no black person to mayorship. So you're literally dying on your sword for the Democratic Party. Do you know that New York City has spent $1.5 billion on the migrant crisis so far? It's projected that this year, 2023 was $1.5 billion to take care of migrants. $1.5 billion. 2024 and 2025, they said it will cost New York City $9 billion. Chicago has spent about $350 million this year on the migrant crisis, and that's expected to quadruple. And you know what was so disrespectful about Chicago with regard to Brandon Johnson? Remember all them schools they shut down in Chicago because they said they couldn't afford to operate them? Mm-hmm. They opened them up. Not only
we talked about that. The schools that they shut down because they couldn't operate them, they didn't open them up to give the migrants somewhere to stay. Crazy. All right. I want to show this too. Did you see this one right here?
No, you must just put that up there.
Biden floods Ohio town with 20,000 Haitian migrants, 10 to a bedroom. Now, keep in mind, this is Breitbart, which would be considered a far-right publication or website.
You don't say that. You don't give a disclaimer when you get shit from this right-winging.
I do it with the root.
I mean, left from the left side.
I do it with the root. I do it with New York Post, which is more right-leaning. I do it with all of them. What are you talking about?
No, but when it's Breitbart, you go, now this is far right leaning.
What I say when we click on NBC or MSNBC or something?
Sometimes you don't say shit.
I say that they left leaning.
They got the clips rolling.
I literally would say
Duke.
Travis.
They got the clips. They can roll them.
When they were talking, when they were going in on Biden.
You do it every time?
Yes. When they were going in on Biden, what did I say? I said the fact that these left-leaning publications are going in on Biden means it's over. But anyway, what you say?
I don't know what that is. Wait, I thought the government Regina's always hinders the Haitians from getting through. They do. Scripture says we are going to leave. We have to return back to the promised land. That is true.
Well, when you leave, that's when you're gonna take all the
you taking everything.
You're taking the resources with you. Everything.
That's why they can't let you go.
Yeah, this shit
Haitians got in the country.
Yeah, apparently you see this article. It says residents of the West Century town. Go ahead.
They're here too. They're here. They're here in Kent. They've set up a homeless encampment right by the freeway, and I told you they built the gate around them. They gave them 5 or 6 porta potties.
Outside.
Gave them
so
tents,
open air.
I believe,
it's like
too.
an open air encampment.
Both parties are trying to get rid of us. Yes, they are.
Residents of the West Central town in Springfield, Ohio, are demanding that their city council do something to stem the tide of the Haitian immigrants that are flooded the city, especially in the aftermath of the death of a child in a school bus accident caused by a migrant driving illegally.
Get on the code, Travis. I'm helping your algorithms. Regina, I don't know when you, some of that slang stuff, I don't know. Sorry. Biden can't be this dumb. We don't care about what happened to the Haitians on horseback. Bringing in black bodies ain't the answer. No more immigrants. All of them.
So yeah, it's
damn, Sienna.
These numbers. It's funny because now they're starting to send these people to Middle America. That's when sending them to coastal cities, New York and DC, California, Washington. It's different when you're sending them to Chicago, Ohio, Indiana. That's when you messing with the whites. You bringing these.
There's some blacks.
Where?
Cleveland.
I mean, obviously there's black people in the Midwest. I'm saying those Middle America town places are known for being majority white.
I think it's pronounced Toledo, Ohio.
Yeah, I think so.
That's where Life Jennings is from. So
you got the Dakotas. You got Montana over there on the closest to the west.
Yeah, send them to the Dakotas, where the Native Americans are, the quote unquote Native Americans.
Now they ain't gonna take them in either. All right, let me show this.
Yeah. This a soup kitchen?
Training at New York City's Manny Cantor Community Center through a program provided by the nonprofit Hot Bread Kitchen.
We use the food industry as a catalyst for economic mobility.
So they're training these people. They're training the migrants into this field. Remember when a few weeks ago we saw a story of, particularly it was a white woman. She was allowing a immigrant family to move into her house and pretty much be her maid. Remember that story? The white woman
What
had
you mean a family?
I think it was a Haitian woman.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a Haitian woman who was living with a white woman, and she was, in order to live with her, she was doing odd jobs for her, like cleaning up. Cooking.
Okay, so it was a family or a single person?
It was her husband. I think it was a husband and a son. I think, or a guy had kids. I think the woman was single. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, it was. So they let a couple let a Haitian woman move in to be their housekeeper.
No, I think a woman let a family move in.
Okay.
I think a Haitian family. If I remember that correctly, because we started assuming.
So she had the wife cooking and cleaning, and she had the husband doing the plumbing.
Pretty much. So that's
okay.
Yeah. So that's what it's kind of
The Culinary Career Pathways for New New Yorkers program accepts migrants with temporary protected status or work authorization permits, giving them the skills for a stable future.
What are you hearing about why they want to take part in this?
The migrants and asylum seekers that we are working with want to be independent. They want to have agency. They want to work.
And there are jobs to be filled.
The challenge for us now is there's so many jobs open.
Why not hospitality?
Cripple our economy if we don't find more people to take these jobs.
Well, I've been saying it for years. They need people because the population is not growing. They need people to bring people in to build a population.
It's not just that they don't want to pay the American people the proper salary, so they rather go bring in a group of people that would do it for way lesser too.
That's true. There was something I wanted to say. Hold on.
And
there's enough people here to fill jobs.
Working with want to be independent.
Oh, they just don't want to pay you for it.
Y'all see that video? There's a video of one of these.
Richard Simmons died at 76 from cancer. Yeah, they didn't say what he died from. They just said it wasn't any foul play That's crazy. Now you have to say no
You have to
foul
say
play
that.
when somebody die.
At 76, you gotta make sure you clear that up. That's crazy. Y'all remember that story it's a recent story. There's a video going around of a migrant.
Sex therapist lady died too at 96.
Sex therapist.
Her name is Ruby something.
Okay. There's a video going around of a migrant who, remember, New York is giving out money. They're giving them these cards with money on it.
They got $300 on it.
There's more than that. Because this migrant had a chain on.
Like a Cuban link chain?
It was a chain. I don't know if it was real, but it was a chain on. He had a cell phone out. He was saying, I'm real. Because they were talking.
And
to
this one an Obama phone.
No, it's not an Obama phone. He was talking to some black people in New York, and they was like, "You out here getting money?" You know how niggas do. You out here getting money? He said, "Yeah, I get money. Yeah, I do." Yeah, or he was like bragging on it, and it was like the people are taking the money and flaunting the money to the people that live in the state who, like, just imagine this. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, Dr. Ruth. Okay.
The old lady who will replace her. The Democratic dummy mission of flooding migrants into the U.S. is the end of the hardworking immigrant build American narrative. Wait, not hospitality? Aren't migrants the future doctors and engineers? They're here to get all the STEM jobs. They said the chain from Tamu less than $9.
Hey, he spent his $9 on his chain. He want to
You
look
know
like
what?
he got money.
I downloaded Tamu.
Oh yeah, yeah. You thought you about to get off.
I was on Tamu for like 15 minutes, and I said, "Man, this shit is terrible."
They put like it seemed like hundreds of millions of dollars into marketing.
Tamu's.
It was in YouTube ads. It was you click on Amazon. Any place you look, they had Tamu ads on Amazon, Twitter, any social media platforms, Tamu was everywhere for like.
And I said, and I saw it.
You saw it on prices and thought, oh snap.
But then I started looking deep into how things look and the fact that they don't have where you can get your shit instantaneously.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we're spoiled
With Amazon, yeah.
And I said, I'm at the roll out.
Yeah, you thought you about to get over on them. Nobody. Let me show you another video here.
Look, white supremacy is real, y'all.
Say that.
I'm gonna say that one more time.
Say that.
Because in case the city of Chicago don't know, you got a black mayor with a black wife, black children on the west side of Chicago. And all of these other administrations that shut down our schools, that shut down public housing, that raided the pensions, that sold off the parking meter, that sold off the Skyway. Those people ran this city to the ground, and now they expect a brother to fix it in a year.
Oh, he a brother now.
Snap.
There go the black man. No accountability. You know Tamu's Chinese, right?
Yeah. They pretty much do the same thing a lot of Chinese companies do, where they come in, they give you something another company offer for less, but it's not it's not quality.
They have the worst quality.
It's a bunch of fake stuff on the website.
I don't have the patience for Tamu. It's trash. It's the trash of AliExpress. Brother, bye.
Yeah,
boy, bye.
Whenever you see, and I got to be honest, whenever you see a Negro get on stage who's in a certain level of influence and power and start saying they expect a brother to fix it or expect a sister to fix it, that means they know they ain't gonna fix shit, and they trying to get back on your side. Like I'm one of us. It's us versus them. Even though you wasn't talking like this 4 or 5 months ago, when they was on your ass at them city hall meetings saying stop letting these migrants in, stop giving them all these resources, and give it to the black people in Chicago, and you was ignoring them like you didn't hear what they had to say. But yeah,
Say it.
It came in threes. Shelley Duvall, The Shining, died at 86. Then Dr. Ruth died at 96, and now Richard Simmons died at 76. That's how it always go. He not like us. That's how
Guess
it go.
what? We're off to a great start, and I look forward to fixing they mess, building up our communities for the next 23 freaking years. God bless you, Chicago. Southside Pride.
Southside Pride.
was that at a pride parade?
That's what it looked like to me.
I think they meant Southside Pride.
Don't tell us they got videos on you like they had with Andrew Gilliam.
Oh, Lord. He said he got set up, but yeah.
96 is a good life. RP. I think she meant.
All right, y'all. Why my grandma just ate Brendan Johnson?
One term. You damn right. One term.
He said he getting a couple more.
He's trying to do the whole thing they did with Obama. Oh, Obama, he's not going to be able to fix this in one term.
He said he getting 6 of them things.
Second term came around, he didn't do shit either.
Look at this post right here.
Didn't AOC said, I'm fine with being a one term
and she
ain't
got
left
the hell away
since.
from that rhetoric ever since.
Johnson ain't said nothing about the governor opening new shelters in the hood.
Nope. Somebody said, y'all, why my grandma just ate Brendan Johnson ass up and told him to get the fuck out of her face? How y'all supposed to be here at 5 but came at 8?
That's black people, color people time.
She is cussing his ass out too.
Can't be punctual.
We already talked about that. We ain't gotta talk about that one again.
Not all blacks.
All right, what's we got right here? Oh, this is another story. I think you sent me this one. Maybe you didn't.
I did not, but I read it.
Oh, you did? Prominent New Zealand couple at Newport. Newport.
Oh, sorry,
Mall.
Honorable Sienna. I am not up to date.
We say sip now?
Stay in prayer.
Yeah, yeah.
Sip, I didn't know what you were talking about, so I said, oh, she must have meant RIP.
Other crew targeted prominent New Zealand couple at Newport Mall, ending in killings, DA says.
So they killed. I don't know. Are these black American people or?
We can't say. We don't know. So
because one looked like a migrant, and that one looks like a migrant, and the other one looked like a brother.
I don't know.
So it was a robbery.
They was plotting on this couple from New Zealand.
The wife was the tragic kill.
Yeah,
because they drug her 65. Was it 65 feet? I believe in the article. Like they drug her from the car. So I don't know how, but yeah, she died. The husband lived, and I think somebody was trying to help, and they busted at him 3 times with a gun. So
I brought this story up because the question you asked that first started, are these people black American? When it's assumed by a lot of people that these are not black Americans, that this is once again, these are migrants who are coming over and committing these type of crimes.
And that are of a darker hue.
So when they go into central booking, they book them as black.
Because they're thinking that they're black.
Yes. Even if they're from another country, it's still, they either mark white, because if they're Spanish, a lot of them mark white.
Weren't they robbing on a scooter?
Yeah.
And they thought it was black people, and then come to find out it was migrants. And black people's like, I know damn well black people out here robbing on a scooter now.
They ain't no damn Negro. That sounds
it's so funny because the people in New York, it's like there's scooters everywhere.
Yeah, scooters all over
they
the place.
They deliver Uber Eats on a scooter.
Yeah.
Like this is getting crazy. Wow, didn't hear about this, and I thought it was a slow news day.
It is a slow one, but there's some stuff still going out there.
KTLA got a YouTube. They black.
Okay.
So they are black American.
Okay. So they are black. All right. Because when I saw the reason I posted this, I'm trying to send the story because people assumed that they weren't black American.
It's our best interest to omit the word black. They not like us. Okay, are they black American?
Hey, Travis, we don't know. They're not gonna tell us right now because shit hot. They're gonna keep that out the news for a little
Mr.
while.
J saying they black.
if they black, they black. So it is what it is. But people were bringing the story up as a reason to say, see what these migrants are doing. They're committing these crimes and blaming it on black Americans.
They can't be Belizeans. Don't they have a bigger population of men? Are she saying they're from Belize?
I don't know. In the article, it doesn't say where they're from for obvious reasons. Politically, it would be not a good reason. Even though a lot of the other stories, particularly posted by New York Post and such, a lot of these other stories are still,
Now, when I saw this, I knew Washington State was good. All of the damn liberal states required to vote. That is insane.
Yeah. So we saw what Dr. Umar said earlier about them wanting to replace black people. We've said this plenty of times in the political sphere. Well, you look at here; these are the states that require photo ID, which is the blue. No
and
photo ID required is orange, and no ID required at all is
New York. You got
gray.
Washington State, Oregon, California, Nevada. What is Connecticut? What is honorable? Honorable state is
no photo ID. ID, but you don't need a photo ID. What up, Dre?
What up? You should have a photo ID. You shouldn't be able to accept any form of ID. No, I need to see it with your picture and your name on the card. See if it's expired.
You see, North Carolina said you need ID.
You
photo
damn
ID.
right.
So most of the South obviously is just like, come on, let's get real.
Where is Illinois? Illinois, right there, the gray. That's Illinois. Chicago, where the migrants are.
Nothing required.
Nothing required. Now you tell me this is not a setup from the Democratic Party.
New York, Chicago, California, Washington, Oregon.
We need IDs. Yes, you need an ID. What IDs don't have photos? Social security cards.
Any type of ID just mean identification card. So anything that identifies you.
Anything. Your birth certificate can identify you.
Like that was some play on. You use the damn library card.
I think they did. Some people accepted library cards.
A library card can do that.
I don't get the photo ID requirement as a problem. It's a weird argument.
Yeah, they use that. I remember a few years ago we were talking about this.
That don't mean you don't have, there's no proof of address.
Yeah, in the 2020 election, and they were saying how black people don't have IDs because of whatever reason. It was like everybody I know got IDs.
They're saying black people don't have IDs because they can't go to the voting. They can't go to the DMV and get. That's a damn lie.
Black people, they don't have rides.
They don't have rides. Black people can go to the grocery store. They can go down to the government. What's the name of the place? DSHS. They can make it places where they need to go when they need to get somewhere.
Yeah,
that's some bullshit. If it was ever some bullshit.
Yeah, that was bullshit. They were trying to tie it to the reason why we shouldn't require photo ID is because it'll affect black people. And it was like, no, y'all trying to use black people as a cover for these migrants that you're trying to get in, and then lie and say, oh, this is for black people.
This was a setup.
Yeah, it was all a setup.
And I know I'm jumping the gun, but everything they put in 2020, that Black Lives Matter shit, that DEI is fucking going out the window.
Yep.
They are done.
They're done
with Negroes. They said we got enough migrants here to replace your vote, and fuck you. I agree with Travis. I think the Dems are overreaching as typical. Yeah, definitely some liberal bullshit.
All right, this is a quick story.
That's why Seattle's never gonna get no better.
This is an older story. Juneteenth and the complicated psychology of black diaspora in America. I just want to read. You went through this?
It's the same old story.
But I want to read through a particular part. Hold on. Let me go down. Oh, here you go. There's no unified perspective of what slavery and emancipation and labors of the century since have done to black men in America. Historians, philosophers, writers, and poets have tried to depict and shape the black experience in the new world, but it's obvious there is still certain amount of identity confusion. Confusion. Who's confused? Is there a black American? Is the black American an African abroad or a unique creation, an expatriate immigrant like virtually every other American, white, yellow, or brown, permanently transformed into a new, unique American identity through 4 centuries of experience and now inextricably locked into the American reality and its powerful civilization. I'm getting tongue-tied. Civilization and culture which dominate the world. The answer is not settled. On one hand, prominent activists such as Stevie Wonder proudly proclaim their African identity and are rushing home to obtain citizenship in the African nation of Ghana. Some ordinary black Americans are spending good money on DNA genealogy tracing, trying to retrace their origin to the tribe and village on the African continent. So in this article, they try to create the idea that black Americans are a
unique.
Are they a unique ethnicity or demographic, or are they just Africans abroad? Should they claim the African identity in order to receive structure they believe is necessary?
Structure as far as what?
Culture.
So once again, they're saying we don't have culture.
Well, this is the
That's
question.
a slap in the face.
This is the question she's asking, or this person is asking, and they're making the argument that the uniqueness of our culture, the second someone from another country come here, they begin to embrace that as well. So it's not unique if somebody who's not from here can come here and be a part of it.
But that's why you have to gatekeep it.
This is saying, how do you gatekeep? The question becomes, how do you gatekeep black American culture and blackness or whatever?
It starts with the census. When people register, they need to put down what country they come from.
I'm gonna read this last paragraph. Is the original sin?
Who's the writer?
Hold on. Let me just read this first. Is the original sin at the end, or is it buried deep in the psyche of the victim, hobbling his growth and self-accusation and manifesting in the one-parent family, the school dropout rate in the dime and crime-infested black neighborhoods? Would reclaiming an African identity while remaining deservedly American be a gain for the black American? Or should he repudiate it and cast himself adrift in the alien world, trusting that America will eventually do right by him? Would demanding a payment of reparations heal the mental wound, or only put a price on unquantifiable mental injury? What is the way forward for the black man in America beyond the concerts and soul food of Juneteenth?
Well, there's a lot.
Go ahead.
It's reparations is getting money is a part of repairing a community, but you also have to. There needs to be some form of therapy.
Well, his point is that if we stay where we are, we'll continue to be stuck in this cycle of crime and victimhood. This is the dude here who wrote it.
He's Nigerian.
Why are you assuming Nigerian?
He looked Nigerian or Ghanaian. One of the two.
Here you go. Here goes the guy who wrote that. Him asking the question pretty much, should Black Americans reclaim African identity or should we try to embrace a separate heritage?
Should we try? We've been doing that for 400 years. What are you talking about?
Well, that's
longer than 400 years.
I just thought it was interesting the way he painted it as pretty much accepting Black American as an identity is pretty much accepting victimhood status. You'll always be reviewed as a victim in the public eyes. You'll always be viewed as detached from an actual lineage or history. That's how
not everybody come from that lineage or history, though.
Well, Africa is multiple different tribes and ethnicities, so yeah, thousands of languages.
Old Ben with black folks finally say, fuck you back, game over. I was thinking gun license, but they have photos. This is how men weaponize against us. Why would a black person not have an ID?
Yeah.
I don't want to say classify our in existence as unique because the native of their failed homeland don't accept the Americanized version of themselves. They have to create doubt and steal lineage forward of the black man.
Pause. Well, Honorable, the reason why he focused on the black man is because if you're talking about building a community, fixing the community, I would hope you would agree, Honorable, that it's up to the men.
Do you want the black man to be the leader, Honorable Sienna?
Because that's what he's pretty much saying. He's holding the men accountable to decide where their community is going to go, pretty much.
Shout out to Eastwood.
Oh, what up?
The KTLA clip I was talking about. You gatekeep by making it clear by delineating our identity.
Well, you can't delineate the identity of black because they're going to always claim that now. I've been asking, you saw me off for 2 weeks now. I've been asking the question to people I've been going back and forth with on social media. I keep asking them, which is the race, black or African? They're now saying black. They're saying it. I saw one girl said to me, she said, no, I watched a YouTube video. And the dude who was in an African country, he was sitting down with a woman, and she said, we are all African. She said, no, scratch that. We are all black.
She said because like black people have bunkered down and we're accepting this black identity, the other people of a darker hue now want to be identified as black and leaving behind the African.
So maybe that's only when they're sitting across or around another black American. But now when they're around, when they say we are black, African is now a person who's from the continent of Africa. It's not necessarily a black person. So the race is now black, not African.
Before history got whitewashed, all writers of history prior to the 19th wrote that the planet was blacktivity, black to the four corners of the earth, including the origin stories.
Yep.
I don't trust anyone who claims we have a victim mindset and their homeland is stuck in a perpetual third world status. Eastwood up in here. It's hot as hell out there, ain't it? The race is Negroid. We are black. They are African and or Caribbean.
That's what I would say, but they don't follow the same. My beliefs are just different. I always say you're supposed historically, you typically go based off of your ethnicity or your lineage directly from your father, because that just made things easier.
It didn't get convoluted.
Yeah, when you go based off of the woman, the father can be. Because usually you went based off of the father because land rights and ownership of things. So it is what it is.
If the U.S. gave us land to and picked the male leadership, I would not move anywhere near it.
Oh, Lord.
So then you don't want no man then.
That was, damn.
Honorable Sienna, that was a bar for sure. They didn't want the identity as black before, but now they want to be black.
Well, yeah, that's what it is
money,
now.
Money.
So yeah, it is what it is. And
so, yeah.
And I think it has more to do with the continued globalization of society in the world at large. While every country is becoming American.
Yeah.
Every country's culture is becoming Americanized without even being on the continent of North America.
Now, Honorable Sienna, you said that your happy hours was from 10 p.m. to 2 p.m. Who was at your happy hour?
Oh, yeah, because you said you want if it's black leadership.
I'm like, Joe, I want to know. Who's at your happy hour? Black is a spell, just like the words are in Jen. I don't know where Jen.
She got you lost.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, another quick story I want to get to. I want to ask y'all opinion on this. Hold on.
General.
Family of missing American in Bahamas calls for U.S. to intervene. Didn't this same thing just happen a few months ago in Mexico?
This is a different story.
Explain to me what's going on.
Ain't this dude a transgender?
I'm talking about black family.
You talking about the 3 black people that were held hostage? What are you talking about?
This story. He's not a black American?
He's a black American, but he into some wicked shit.
I'm asking about them asking for the American government to get involved in a missing person in the Bahamas.
They should, but you shouldn't have to ask them to. They should be forthcoming and willing to get involved if an American is missing.
All right, now I got to ask this other question. What do you think about people who travel to these countries and don't take proper precautions and want to be in the back streets, want to be around the quote-unquote locals? Go ahead.
You know where I stay? I stay in the tourist areas. I don't go on back streets.
That's the real, you got to experience the real Bahamas.
Then you take your ass back there and do it, and I see you. Maybe I'll see you later.
Maybe.
If I don't, I'm going to tell your daddy what happened.
Yeah.
I am not at fault for you choosing to be a city girl out here trying to explore.
Every couple of months there's stories like this. Go ahead.
The yoga girl.
Yeah, that's the one that went missing. Yeah.
The yoga girl from Chicago. Don't trust African Caribbeans claiming black identity. They have been compromised. That's our mindset, and we are the Western thoughts. They need to stand on their own culture. They found her phone, but they ain't gonna look for her body.
Of course not.
Now, this story has a twist, and Travis just stated it.
Yeah, you
that ain't
down.
no she.
I was going to bring it in late, but you immediately just laid it on the table.
I thought judgment.
So they went to this country, went missing. The family hasn't heard from them out of Chicago. And now they're trying to get it. How should these things be handled? Because America was the big bad bully. And this is the Bahamas, which is supposed to be a black country, quote unquote black. Now, I could not be so nice and ask the question, what were they doing there? But I don't want to do that. So we'll leave that. What were they doing there? They might have just been on vacation enjoying his 42nd birthday, right?
Yeah, I'm listening.
42nd birthday, right?
Yeah, 42nd birthday, right there.
I know. So they were just enjoying their birthday. We won't go any further. I don't know what they're going to do.
Did that 42-year-old thing try to pass him off as a woman, and then that Jamaican was like Batty Boy and went crazy?
You know, Jamaica's in bad.
Not Jamaica, the Bahamas. Sorry,
there's a lot of Haitians there in the Bahamas.
They're trying to get them out.
They've been complaining about them for the last couple of years,
saying they come there and celebrate with the Haitian flag there in the Bahamas. Look at Honorable. I'm fortunate to know very progressive men. They understand the importance of women in balance. The black male alpha, the Lulu, but conquered by every other group of men isn't my reality.
Wait.
Wow. She's saying we're in a delusional state, living in an old narrative mindset.
What is a progressive man? As a whole, black men are considered politically, especially and socially, the most progressive in this country.
Family was concerned the authorities wouldn't look if they stated that detail. Regardless of sexual orientation, Americans need to be found when lost on foreign lands if legit.
And that's why I'm saying this story is not going to get much traction outside of this. Because
he said no, it was a girl, not a they. It said it was a transgender.
It said it was a transgender, man.
Only sister at the white yoga camp. Now, if y'all want to keep calling them a sister, the tiny hats had something to do with it. Allegedly. Me too. And I was like, the Lulu. Those people keep telling us those ain't black countries, no such thing as nations. It was a tiny hat yoga retreat. Oh, there's a story about some tiny hats coming up at the end.
Funny you brought that up. We got
tiny hats going crazy out here. What is progressive? I thought y'all were progressive. The danger is men pretending like they aren't.
What?
I ain't no damn progressive.
Well, progressive, and I don't understand.
She talking about progressive.
I know politically
like,
what progressive means.
I know what progressive means too.
And socially, obviously, but
I don't agree with some of that shit politically.
Not a lot of it. I mean, as a matter of fact, based off of the things you said in this chat over the time, I know you don't agree with some of it. Talking about honorable.
Oh.
I know there's a lot of that you don't agree with. But anyway, let's move on. That's a story we can't really, because YouTube won't, you know.
Honorable just needs somebody to stop by doing her happy hour. I said my hours are from 10 to 2.
Oh, y'all see this? The Secret Service just rushed the stage at a Trump speaks at a rally in Pennsylvania.
I knew they were going to try to take Trump out.
I'm not going to go to the story right now, but it just rushed the stage.
I don't like it.
I don't know. Anyway, let's move to this. A black man got a job interview after he changed his name on his resume.
What was that?
And now he's suing discrimination.
What was that?
What was what?
I don't know what she's talking about. She'll explain. She'll expound.
I think she's saying, what was that, your comment?
What comment?
Saying she needs somebody to come through.
She heard a comment.
What do you think about this? A black man got a job interview after he changed the name on his resume. Now he's suing for discrimination.
I can't really say that they were discriminating against him.
He changed his name and they gave him an interview.
And?
Then he got there, did an interview.
Well, hold on. Are you going to hire somebody that confronts you and tell you you're discriminating against me because I put down my name is John and it's a tiny hat last name. Oh, and my name is actually Dwight Jackson. And you didn't hire me because I have an African-American name.
So when I sent in my resume with my name, you ignored it. When I sent my resume in with another name, you give me an interview.
Okay.
Same resume.
People are selective about who they choose to hire.
Yeah, based off a name. Because
I see some names that I won't hire them.
So you discriminate against black people?
I don't discriminate against black people. Who said the names that I see are black that I just put the application in the shredder?
So you better not say that out loud.
Why?
Because you know
nobody don't know my last name. Don't nobody watch this podcast. It's 15 people in here.
Is it?
We ain't never getting caught. We can say whatever we want to say.
A black man has filed for unemployment discrimination against the hotel in Detroit, Michigan, alleging that the hotel only offered him a job interview after he changed his name on his resume, according to the copy of the lawsuit obtained by CNN.
What did y'all say? I didn't hear you. I'll play it back. You heard me, but I'll let you play it back.
So he went back from John Jabrowski to Dwight Jackson, and you don't think there's any? He gonna win.
I don't think he's gonna win.
He's gonna win.
Why would I hire somebody that just confront me, telling me that I'm discriminating against them?
I don't want you to hire me now. I'm confronting you on the discrimination.
That's not true. He went through the interview process, and after the interview process, they said they were no longer interested in him, and that's
because he's black.
No, they didn't. They were no longer interested in him because. Hold on.
Let me give you a scenario.
Okay, go ahead.
Somebody give you a job. Somebody send in a resume.
Okay.
The resume says
Shaniqua McNeil.
Shaniqua McNeil.
And the other one said Sarah Plain and Tall.
Let me finish. Shaniqua McNeil. You see it. You see qualifications, but you just decide, not you, but a person just decides, I'm not hiring him. I'm not even going to give him an interview.
He never said.
Let me finish.
Okay.
They see the name. They see the end of the resume. They're not really feeling it. They throw it to the side. The same person, you don't know that, sending the same resume, and the name is now John Jabrowski. Right? You see the same qualifications, the same everything, and you give them an interview. You don't think that's a bit?
No. Because did he put the same age on there?
Yes, everything the same.
And your
only thing changes.
And yours is comparable because you had a woman and a man.
Maria Jabrowski.
I can hire who I want to hire.
That's discrimination.
It's not discrimination.
All right.
See, that's why these affirmative action laws about to be out the damn window.
Because we're not fighting right battles.
Discrimination. Everybody, no, it's not discrimination. Maybe if he just wasn't filling the application.
Let me ask you a question.
And then on top of that, he went through the interview process, even though he felt like they only sought me out because I used a name that wasn't mine.
He went through the interview. It wasn't just him that went through the interview process. They did too, because
he could have said no.
Once they saw he was black, they can't then say, never mind, we don't want to do the interview.
He confronted them, dude.
So he confronted them, they still gave him the interview?
Yes.
Or did they give him the interview and at the end he confronted them?
No, he confronted them and still went through the interview.
So
why would I hire you? Don't you? This is already going to be a cantankerous environment because you already feel like we're racist. Why would we hire you?
It's obvious that you saw I was black, and it was like, I can't not do the interview now. The name says something else. You did. I got to go through with it now.
The question is, why would he want to work in this environment?
He didn't. He did an interview because I know what you did, and I'm about to sue y'all ass.
I don't want to work around a bunch of white people.
I'm wondering, is your point that it's okay for them to do this because we should be able to do it too.
You get it. Ding.
That's my point.
Light bulb went off.
I know the point you're arguing. You're saying that if they can discriminate, quote unquote, let it happen.
We hire too.
Yeah. All right, I get your point, nigga.
Our people are not patriarchal or matriarchal. We make our progress together. We are egalitarians.
Oh, pause. Has that been true historically? Has the black community ever been patriarchal in America?
Has a black man ever been considered a patriarchal?
No. Has the black community in America been a patriarchal community ever in this country? Which means the man had the power to deny opportunities, give opportunities, dictate the entire culture. I would say no.
I would have to agree with you.
Shout
out to Kifa.
Shout out. Black men have never given you the ability.
Ever? No.
Because in America, black men have never been able to give black women the ability to vote, to work or not work, get education or not get education. Black men have never in America been able to dictate those things. So it's not patriarchal. Now, when I ask the opposite question, has the black community in America ever been matriarchal?
Well, we would say for the past.
You would say, well,
you would say they control certain aspects of the black sector.
This is why I'm making more quote unquote communal.
Condensed.
Has the black man been able to dictate what his wife looked like in this country? I would say somewhat.
I mean, he could tell her, but, she going to say, get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah, I'm about to say, he has not been able to make her do it. Has a black man been able to dictate what his kids and all that stuff, the culture that they're taught in this country through his wife? No. Now, has Big Mama ran the house, the church, everything in this country, especially for the last century? So I can't say if I could say that the black community is not matriarchal at all. I think there are elements, but I see a lot of, I'm going to say academic intersectional feminists, as they call themselves. They've made the argument that the black community is not matriarchal. It's a failed patriarchy.
I can agree with that.
I don't. That's crazy. It's either a patriarchy or it's not. It's not a failed patriarchy. When they say that, what they're saying is,
they're saying that.
It's saying that it's a patriarchy that failed because you're a loser,
or you never rose up and stood up to the occasion.
Loser,
meaning fighting back.
Loser.
One of the reasons why my parents gave me my name because of the possibilities of discrimination or applying for applications.
Well,
I can agree with that.
It was a great foresight from them.
Egalitarian, yes, or at least we didn't view each other via the lens of pales and their gender views. Now it's Willie Lynch psyop happening.
That's truth.
Only when the black man was white passing historical.
Pause for a second. Now I'm gonna be honest with you, telling the truth. There was a stage there where black men was frying the hell out of their hair and doing a lot of things to their bodies to seem more, quote unquote, fit more into society. But the black man came out of that. Did he not?
I mean,
trying to be in appearance, especially like white men. They used to fry their hair.
You talking about when they had the wavy?
Yeah, they was doing that back in the 20s and
they
30s.
And then they did it in the 80s with the Jerry curl.
No, that was different. Jerry curl was totally different. It got so bad in the 60s and 70s. We had them getting afros and Jerry curls. We started dictating their look.
A Jerry curl that's still processed hair.
It's black. It's not. So do regular, everyday, non-black people just walk around with their hair like that?
What you mean?
The Jerry curl look.
Some other races have naturally curly hair.
And they look like the Jerry curl.
Some of them.
So you're saying that those black people are copying those?
I'm not saying that,
I'm not saying you are. I'm saying, do you believe that the Jerry curl was to copy those looks?
Who had a Jerry curl? You talking about white people got a perm?
Black people getting the Jerry curl.
You're saying why did they get a Jerry curl?
Yes, to get a different look, right?
True.
It wasn't to copy another race.
I can agree with that.
That's what I'm saying.
Egalitarian, I have to look into this. Black women were allowed to have the power by white society. I agree. They let them have power. I say yes, dude, regarding black male patriarchy. Say it for me. I ain't gonna be able to say it. After enslavement and before Reconstruction, dictate what his wife looked like. Yes, he chooses white or white adjacent since he got freedom. Didn't he go to the Supreme Court with his choices? Hold on, that was Loving versus.
No, you're talking about the one that happened with black men.
I'm talking about the first one.
No, the first it was black men. I think 3 black men tried to do it before that and they failed, which goes into more of my point that it didn't go through until a white man did it.
Well, and then the lady, I don't think she was fully black either. She was biracial.
She was mulatto.
So we'll let Honorable have it. Ditto. My parents did the same thing. Your name is Kiefer.
Yeah, that's something. How you know that's something? Real name?
I mean, if I saw Kiefer on a application, I would assume.
Are we even saying it right?
Kiefer, have we been saying your name right this whole time? You just been let. They don't know how to talk no way. Act.
Let these Negroes just say it the way they can.
They're from North Carolina. Personally, I see black male patriarchy as different from pale man patriarchy.
Well, that's basically saying you see black male masculinity as different. That's true.
Hub said Al Sharpton did. He still perms his hair.
Yeah,
Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton's just crazy. Hold on. Martin Lawrence and Tupac look alike. I miss Tupac. He was an activist. Shout out to Angel.
Shout out to Angel.
When we look at history and see the first black hospital, a lot of the first, those men were literally white looking and they got dictate for their community. They got, yeah.
So are you talking about mixed biracial men, or are you talking about men who were frying their hair and trying to come off as white men?
Were you all alive when Pac passed in 1996? I was 6. I was alive.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was alive. I think I was 2.
You were 2.
Yeah.
I was in my late 30s.
96? Okay.
Yes, you have been saying the name correctly, LOL. I'm not giving you my real name. Not happening.
Don't worry.
We understand, Karen.
Cool. We get it. We get it.
Her name is Karen.
Oh, there you go. See?
Don't run away. Don't run away. Don't run away, Kiefer. I'm sorry.
He's gonna win his
Don't leave.
He's gonna win his defamation case. He deserved to. Get your money, black man.
They were called black. It's called Black History and literally white looking men.
Look, hold on.
In 1996, I was 3. Okay.
So yeah, I think he'll win this case. But yeah, the patriarchal conversation amongst black people, it doesn't really work to me. There's no benefit for either. It's just a circular argument. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kiefer, have you had any discrimination in the state of Washington? Not just regarding like work or filling out applications or anything. Regina, you too, because this is such a liberal.
Did you say you have?
No. They tell me I'm medium. You medium. Black masculinity is different, definitely different from the other. Somehow economic isn't a part of the black male structure, so no power ever.
That's not true. Economics was a part of black male.
She said yes.
Economics were a part.
Of course.
The problem is when you're a quote unquote minority and you're affected by a larger system, it's kind of hard to fully be it goes back to the feminist thinking of that black men in America are not allowed to be full men.
Well, 1/3. What was it? 1/3 of a human?
No, not just that argument, but just
3/4. What is it?
3/4. You weren't allowed the upward mobility. You were literally, I would say, financially and somewhat socially castrated. So you were never able to fully embrace your masculinity because of just where you are in this society. What they call it, a racialized male. You're not allowed to really move in certain societies when you're in a quote unquote another person's kingdom. As a man, you're never going to be able to move freely.
I call it a eunuch.
You're never going to be able to move freely, so it is what it is.
There's a lot of Negro Illuminati false names going on in this chat, and with the host too. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Listen, that's my real name. Travis is my real name. I can only speak for me. I guess you taking a shot at you, Duke.
I've been called Duke since I was 5 years old.
Hey, he's called Duke. The Most High don't grant you these names for no reason. Maybe he is a Sir Duke.
Oh yeah, Duke of Judah, yeah.
NOI and black immigrants take the economic out of the black community ideology. Strangely, it all aligns after 1965 wave.
We can go into that some other point with the...
I know damn well we ain't trying to stretch this show out for 3 hours.
No, we're about to move forward.
I know what they up to in the comment section. They being too chatty. Wait, Sir Duke ain't real? Hell no, it ain't real. You thought that was his real name?
My name? What you mean? That's my name.
That is not his real name. He has a very ethnic name. If he put his name down on the jail application, they throwing that shit in the shredder for sure. Our mother did me great. Travis, you don't know who coming in the goddamn door.
It leaned towards black sometimes. Travis.
No, the last name too. The last name is
last name. No, I don't. I'm sorry. Hold on.
No, damn well.
Hold on, y'all. Pause for a second.
Okay, we back.
All right, we back. Yeah.
When I first moved here, go ahead.
Our last name. I don't know too many non-blacks with our last name. There's a few, but it's not a lot here in America that I've seen. Our name is tied to a lot of athletes.
Well, let me tell you something. When you go on, what's it? LinkedIn, there's a lot of my name on there, and they are white.
Hey, that exists, but it ain't
cute. It's hard to find me on there.
By the way, I don't know too many white Washingtons and Johnsons. Even though the President Washington and President Johnson were white.
Our last name is not Washington.
No, it's not. But it's not a lot of white. It's not a lot of white Washingtons or Johnsons.
When we first moved here as a kid, called us niggers. The racism I got usually behind my back and mostly by white girls.
I believe that.
Don't let me get ethnic, Martin. Somebody took a shot at Trump. Secret Service cleared the stage.
Yeah, we just said that. They say he had to be rushed up the stage by Secret Service. I didn't know somebody took a shot. This helps.
They're trying to form a coup.
Now, hold on. We go further into this later. Is it possible Trump is doing this to
get engagement and get the numbers up?
Support? Hey, they're trying to kill him.
I can believe
fair.
it.
Yeah.
Duke, name mystery. Don't let me get the first Bel Air. Thank you for sharing and experiencing with us, Kifa. Yeah, Kifa. I like Duke. I get to use sir, which I've always liked for a son. Well, Honorable, if you keep going the way you're going, you ain't gonna get no son.
Oh, you saying you trying to son me?
Are you Vandross?
Nah.
I've been called a nigger 3 times in Seattle lifetime, all as a teenager. Jamal. Hell no, his name ain't Jamal. His name ain't Jamal. Kiefer, you'll never guess it.
Y'all trying to call me goofball Jamal? Damn.
Kiefer, you won't guess it.
All right, let's move forward.
You can put a apostrophe over it.
What are you doing? You trying to do your hardest?
Turn him into a Frenchie.
You trying your hardest to give it to him anyway.
Like Beyonce.
I'm gonna show this too. Candace Owens rips Eminem over diss track Marshall So Lame, and then I'm gonna play the video.
Okay. A lie don't care who tell it. I'm definitely a kingmaker. Boy, hush. Well, you got to prove it, Honorable Sienna. Hush.
All right, let me do this.
Because there's a lot happening.
She said
here.
Ted. The bear.
Eminem is obviously a gay man. It's very sad that Eminem cleaned out his closet but never came out of his closet. But let's get to the lyrics to you. He writes or says or raps, and Candace O, I ain't mad at her. I ain't gonna throw the fact BITCH forgot she was black at her. Oh, laugh at her like them crackers she's backing after her back is turned in a cute MAGA hat with her brand new White Lives Matter shirt. Haha, nope. Or say this MAGA dirtbag in a skirt just opened the biggest can of worms on the whole planet Earth. Call her Grand Wizard, yeah, Candace, haha, or Grand Dragon, or like the national anthem, I won't stand for the tramp. Why? But I can diss her, because my plans are to get in her pants, and I'll blow my chance if I answer back to her. Oh, but I can't diss her because his plans are to get in my pants. Ew, you disgust me. Okay, a lot going on here. I think first and foremost, I just would like.
She's searching common athlete names. I'm gonna say I'm gonna find out who these Negroes is.
Duke has a Quan name.
Nosy.
Quan.
Nope, not Quan.
We got a Quan in our family though.
It's another.
Travis,
it's
read
another.
the comment, man. You still
Duke has
trying to
a
give him, you
Quan name, right?
You gonna tell him my name?
It's not a Quan. Got me searching. No lies detected in those lyrics.
Yeah, his lyrics are. It's cringed ever since. Remember when Eminem did that Black Lives Matter freestyle at BT?
That was that the cipher?
Yeah, it was so bad.
Cringe.
Yeah. So his lyrics are cringe.
The blacks weren't ashamed.
But he definitely called her out on this. But she to me, she got him worse.
She did. She. It's Jaquan, LOL. No, not Jaquan. Not Jaquan.
Is in fact a struggling internally gay man, and so there's a lot happening with Eminem, and we should pray for him.
No, Kiefer, I think he's a woman.
Travis, give your full theory on Eminem.
I've been saying for years, I think Eminem is a woman. His beard look weird, the way his beard grows, and don't forget Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey did that disc, Why You So Obsessed With Me, and she looked like Eminem, and she looked like a. I think Eminem is a woman.
Oh, when she did a song, she dressed like when he looked like how she dressed in that video.
The beard, maybe it's the clone now, but I think we've never seen Eminem with a woman on the red carpet. We just know if his ex-wife, his daughter name is Haley, right?
Yeah, she got married.
And his ex-girlfriend, ex-wife, that's it. We've never seen Eminem on the carpet with a woman.
Well, he don't be on the carpet either.
We never see him go to an awards ceremony with a woman. And remember, he had that back and forth with Elton John?
Yeah, the gay stuff, yeah.
So, yeah. My favorite Eminem song is Ass Like That.
Go ahead.
Is that Anat Asor posted a photo of Eminem the other day with a mullet looking like a total Pacific. Is that for PW Pacific West trash?
White trash, I guess.
No, it wasn't Quan. It was Tay, right? Ooh.
It ain't Tay.
You hitting.
It ain't that Tay. It ain't that Tay.
You hitting.
Points. The way that we know that is because he's actually recycling things that black women have said about me on the internet. Like he's pretending this
he
is
gonna guess your
calling
name.
me Candace. It's not. This is like he's just recycling
Poor white trash.
The black women that don't like me on the internet.
Oh yeah, poor white trash.
One of them being Candy.
Regina said, "Damn,
so
they don't know no."
He's like watched what they're saying, and I guess someone who was listening to him in the booth was like, "Yeah, this is a good one. Yeah, drop the beat. They're really, really."
He gave her a lot of material. We're not gonna watch the whole thing, but her calling him gay was just funny to me.
Poor white trash. Taquan. Trey.
No.
Demetrius.
Trayvon.
Trayvon. He had a friend named Trayvon.
I had a friend like Tavon.
Tavon. I still think it's got a Kim or him.
Oh, nah. All right, let's move forward. We move forward. We're still gonna be short, so we take it forever to get through the damn first.
Boy, they want to know the name. Say the name. They like you like a damn demon.
At Essence, Black Democrats rally behind Biden and talk up Kamala. Essence Fest. We know what's going on. Took the time to bring out Kamala Harris and speak about Democratic Party, completely aligning themselves with it. Not surprising. Then we move on. I want to play this right here. Oh no.
Junior, I'm the CEO of the Recording Academy. I started as a songwriter and a record producer and film producer, and then I was instituted as the official CEO about 3 years ago. African music had an influence on me, but it really had an influence on all the genres I was listening to.
Is that what his father is?
You think about pop and R&B and rock and hip hop. These things have all been influenced by African music.
When he said that, it was just
And then they put Burna Boy up there.
And all he do is copy R&B and hip hop.
His biggest hit was the Tony Braxton cover he did. Is an ethnic and old like Leroy. It's not old. It's very modern. Both names start with a T. Nope.
No.
Our mother was not into that. My name actually should be somebody's name in the chat. That should actually be my name.
What?
Mark.
Oh yeah.
My name should have been Mark. What's ethnic and rhymes with Duke?
Funny enough, I'll give you this. Duke has nothing to do with my name.
I don't listen. I don't even know how Duke came about.
All right, I'm gonna play this video. I'm gonna pause for a second talking. We're gonna play this video. Very interesting thing that came up with this video from the video of Not Like Us. I know y'all might be tired of hearing about this, but I thought this was just interesting. Somebody brought this out.
Tale everyone missed in Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us video. The video opens with this scene.
Now, I've done that knock before. Dun, 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 dun,
Ink
dun,
in the
dun.
bottle. You stink.
Yeah.
Where did it come from?
So
from you.
That rhythm is normal. So let me just play
The
this.
iconic door knock is called Shave and a Haircut 2 Bits. The 7-note riff originated from Charles Hale's 1899 minstrel song, At a Darktown Cakewalk. Darktown was an African-American neighborhood in Atlanta, Georgia, reflecting Kendrick's final verse.
Atlanta was the Mecca, building railroads and trains. Bear with me for a second, let me put y'all on game.
While the term cakewalk has since been twisted to mean easy victory, the word is rooted in racism and refers to dance competitions enslaved Africans were forced to perform on plantations where cake was the prize. The cakewalk became a way for slaves to openly mock and ridicule the mannerisms of their enslavers.
You run to Atlanta when you need a few dollars. No, you're not a colleague, you a fucking colonizer.
Now you know.
It's funny because that knock is just a normal thing for us, and it goes all the way back.
I think we were gonna tie that with that.
Oh yeah,
the nigger woodpile.
Yeah, we were gonna talk about that. Growing up, what about to say?
You had a brain freeze.
Oh, speaking of these old terms, it's funny how everything is seems everything goes back to almost
Black
everything
people.
goes back to slavery or black people.
And they say you got main character syndrome.
Yeah.
Well, there's a reason why we got main character syndrome.
So on social media, like everything else nowadays, found out, I'm pretty sure y'all saw this, that the term elephant in the room came from another term they used back in the early 1900s, late 1800s, called, they said, you should say nigger in a woodpile.
Nigger in a woodpile.
So nigger in a woodpile was it was the precursor to elephant in the room. And nigger in a woodpile is still used today, and it means somebody who has black ancestry. So it might be a person who looks fully white or whatever.
And it's crazy how the Democratic Party
is the ones who
did
started
a parody because Abraham Lincoln was a Republican president at that time, and they said he was on top of the nigger woodpile.
He was a nigger in the
So were
woodpile.
they trying to make references that Abraham Lincoln may have actually had some black ancestry?
I've heard that before. I've heard that plenty of times.
Once again, the Democratic Party did a parody called "The Nigger in the Woodpile"
of Abe Lincoln, saying that he got black in him.
Travis is a white name. You're the first black man I've met. Wow, I can't believe you've been living in Seattle, Washington your whole life, and I'm the first white trash.
White trash, damn.
First white Travis you've come across, Regina? Really?
Black Travis?
I'm the first black Travis you've come across? Really?
I know other black
Redneck, white. In fact, well, if you put me out in the sun long enough, my neck will get red. Okay, Duke, you are a very distinguished young man. Oh, she said were. I was familiar with the cakewalk. My granny used to state nigger in the woodpile often along with peckerwood.
I looked at the term peckerwood years ago and I forgot the definition of what peckerwood really is.
I love Kendrick more for this. Young people are deep diving into African American history because of this beef. A win is a win.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Abe Lincoln equals Melungeon.
Yeah.
I sent Regina the stuff. How we have people in North Carolina. There are Native Americans, specifically,
yeah,
the Lumbee tribe.
Yeah,
and I've come to the conclusion that they are Melungeons. They are African. I'm not even gonna say American Indian.
We found out there was Turkish people that moved South America. We said South America. South Carolina, and created an entire enclave
community,
kept to themselves,
just like they did, just like the Nazis went down South America and did the same thing, created a community in South Africa. This must be a Southern thing, because nope. I have another cousin who's older than me, and his name is Travis.
Yeah.
I thought the Melungeons were black. Nope, they are mutts.
They're mixed up.
They like black white people. They look like Indians, East Indians.
Yeah. Because the people we grew up around, their last names were what was it? Lowry, and Chavez.
What's
the other group that was back then during the war? The war. You could look up the Native American. Oxendine and Lowry's. If you look up the Native American War, what's his name? The Lowry Gang. The Lowry Gang of North Carolina. You can find out about it.
They're from Longburn, North Carolina.
They have, quote unquote, some black heritage,
ancestry,
but it ain't a lot.
And it's not just North Carolina. The Melungeons are in the Appalachian Mountains.
That's multiple states, so yeah.
It's Kentucky, North Carolina. They got some in South Carolina, Tennessee, West
Georgia,
Virginia,
Northern Georgia,
and Virginia.
Yeah.
So not all of them are, these white inbred.
What?
Some of them Melungeons did inbred.
Are known for
and Honorable get a kick out of this. When I looked it up, it said that black American men were procreating. They were called free black men. Were procreating with Melungeon women.
And that's so bullshit, because there's no way.
I'm telling you can go look it up. That's what it said.
So you telling me there's a whole community of nothing but Melungeon women and black. So no black women, no Melungeon. It's just black men.
Well, the black man run off and leave. Remember? He was a free man of color, and he could do whatever the fuck he wanted to.
I think that was propaganda.
Now those percentages of black rules make a lot more sense in my brain. 10% or less, nigga planet. I've been trying to name a group of people who historically were not black. I had Creole and the Melungeons were the other group I couldn't recall. That is why I get the one. That's why I get with the one drop rule. Gotta go, family. I'ma catch the replay. Peace.
All
See
right,
you later,
Craig.
Craig.
Man, have a good one, man.
If they were free, they were biracial men mostly. Nope. They said they were free people of color.
During that time, you were more likely to have
have had white mothers.
You were more likely to have a black mother back then. That's the truth.
That's not. Let's go to the next. We don't have time to go through this. Debacle. I meant to say can't.
Okay. You can't get with the one drop.
Mark Gordon, I'm putting words in people's mouth. Y'all say what you want me to say, because I say something. I didn't mean to say that. This is what I meant to say. So write what you meant to say.
So this video right here is D1, the rapper. We talked about this last month or so, how they're using hip hop to spread certain things in Africa. And he's in Africa. They sent his quote unquote black American rapper.
We got a cousin in Africa right now.
Yeah.
I'm on my way to Africa as a United States hip hop cultural ambassador. Zimbabwe, I'm on the way, Yari. I can't wait
to work with the artists
out there to foster creativity and communication in a way that's just gonna make hip hop healthier for all of us. You feel me? This is what I always say. When you use your gift to figure out how to make this world a better place, it takes you on a ride that you could have never imagined. And that's what's happening in my life at this point, man. So I can't wait to link up with the rest of the team out there. I can't wait to just have these moments that I'm about to experience, man. I'm gonna cherish this, I'm gonna document this, and it's that simple. If you're watching this, figure out what you love to do and figure out how you can use that.
I'm not gonna show the whole thing. Point of the matter is, they sending their agents out to Africa. America is trying to recolonize Africa through hip hop now.
Well, you've been saying that for almost 2 years now.
And these niggas going along with it hard too. Do we care about this? I think
no, we don't.
Let's skip that.
We already know where the DNA go to. It go to West Africa.
Hold on.
So, freak black men had black mothers. I recall there is always a note that black societies during those times were made of free black men and mixed women. Y'all might be correct. Might. Might.
All right, let's go here. All right. Tasha K interviews presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
He the wrong color. He can't be an agent.
Shit.
Wow. What you mean he the wrong color? You know what? I'm tired of this bullshit. I'm tired of it.
What do you think about?
I'm gonna be done spoke my piece, honorable.
What do you think about this right
I've
here?
been holding it.
What do you think about Tasha K interviewing Robert Kennedy Jr.?
Why they go to every other platform?
How do you?
Do you think this is her attempt to
make herself seem more
Mike Goofy? Yeah, Mike Hush.
God. You know what? I'm coming to Connecticut. I'm going to visit Connecticut. What do y'all have going on there, Honorable Sienna?
That's true. What she said next. Africans gonna call him white man.
They do that to all Black Americans that go there. Mike Goofy. Africans going to. Wow.
All right. So you think she's trying to? You think there's an attempt by her to change her platform to go more political, or you think this is a one-off?
I don't think this is the first time she's done something like this. Had a political person on her platform.
Who else do you have on there? Political?
I can't say.
Yeah, I don't watch, but yeah.
Y'all tell me if I'm wrong.
Go ahead.
Bring the red velvet cake. You want me to bring it over at 10? Shit, most of the dark faces on YouTube are likely agents.
Let me play the video.
How do you feel about reparations for African Americans?
I think there's a strong moral case for reparations for Black Americans. I don't tell people that I'm going to do that because for two reasons. One is the reparations for systemic racism since the Civil War are now clearly illegal under the Harvard decision that was written by John Roberts and by judges that Trump appointed. So it's now off the table. You could do legally, it would probably pass constitutional muster to do reparations if you could directly trace your ancestry to slavery. And though that would pass constitutional muster, but
exactly.
Then you would have to get Congress to appropriate the money, and that will never happen. So I don't tell people I'm going to do things that I know I can't do or I believe I can't do. I tell people I'm going to do things that I know I can do. And if you look at my program for restoring Black communities, the education system, but also getting capital into Black neighborhoods, to making sure that there's only 25 Black banks left in this country.
What?
Yep, 25 Black banks. There was hundreds of them. And they're all underfunded because the Fed does not give them money.
What is that?
So,
what's that Black bank I used to bank at?
One United?
One United.
Yeah, One United, yeah.
I mean, go ahead.
Good.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, so if you live in a Black neighborhood, you're not going to get a home.
I remember in Georgia, there was a Black bank. Remember when something happened and a whole bunch of Black people put their money in that bank in Georgia. And then they froze the accounts and said they wanted to do some investigating. And then people just
sabotage. They were trying to sabotage that bank.
Allegedly, people started drawing their money out afterwards because they were scared their money was going to get frozen.
Home improvement loan. You're not going to get a business loan. And if you starve neighborhoods of capital, you're going to create crime waves. And that
we already know all the stuff you're talking about. I'm mainly focusing. I mainly wanted to focus on Tasha K getting the interview with him and how a lot of these platforms, these quote unquote Black platforms, are beginning to get more political, regardless if they were in the gossip or sports. They're creating offshoots that are for political, or they're just flat out changing the entire platform to be more political.
They're trying to dive in other,
be more diverse, I guess, in conversation
endeavors.
And there are a few podcasts that don't talk politics that I already told Travis in the next coming months, they're going to be, some money's going to be brought to them. And we're going to see, based off of how they talk, we're going to see if they took the money or not.
No, Joe Biden.
And I wonder, when I look at a platform like, for instance, what's his name? The Black Authority. Black Authority get about 6,000 people live in his live
sometimes
stream.
7,
sometimes more. 10. He's had 10 up there. I'm surprised.
All I know is Kwame Brown put him on hush.
I don't know if he don't want to, but I'm surprised more politicians ain't on his platform. Obviously, he kicked it back in.
He ain't going for the bullshit that we know of.
But
they obviously feel like he can't be bought if they haven't approached him.
Yeah, I'm looking at a lot of these quote unquote these YouTube channels that are big platforms that you'd be. I'm kind of surprised more people aren't politically going to, because if he's talking so hard about politics and Black this and Black that, you would think somebody would want to step in that ring and say, I'm your man or I'm your woman or something. But yeah,
if Africans are calling us white, then how can they call themselves Black? Because they're trying to replace you.
Yeah,
they're saying we're the Black, we're the authentic. You're a washed down version of us, a hybrid.
I might post that little clip of her saying that. She said that we are all African. She said, scratch that, we all black. I might post that little clip on in the.
Is YouTube telling people to be more political on the back end? Why is everyone switching their niche?
Look, man, have y'all noticed that these channels with hundreds of thousands of views are not cracking 50K no more in views? The people who run YouTube now are the same people who used to run the music industry. Leora Cohen and
the people that used to get 2 getting 50.
Yeah.
The people that's getting 5,000 getting 300, 300 to 400.
Like, so a lot of people are trying to diversify their content because the audience is,
or they're putting out more content.
And then when you do put out content like us, we curse, we talk about politics the way that they don't want you to talk about it. We discuss stuff that you're not supposed to discuss. Our content just don't fit the algorithm. So if you want to be a bigger YouTuber, you have to make very family friendly, for everybody type content. In politics, because they're so left or right now, everything is so down the middle. It's easy to get viewership if you're talking politics, especially if you already have a large platform.
It has to be ethnicity for reparations to work. None of this black shit. Tasha K is slimy. Got to be careful with the black banks. Africans are buying historically black properties.
Oh, so Africans are now buying the banks too?
They're buying everything. As Don B likes to say, we black American blacks are the limited edition of originals.
Limited edition. So yeah, then they buying the banks too. They already got some of the magazines, and now they want the banks.
Yeah.
Damn. All right, let me run through this now. All right. The Biden campaign drafted questions for the president's interviews on a pair of black radio shows. Not surprised they give these questions, what you can ask me. But the funniest part is, now here they say a radio host resigned after interviewing Biden with questions provided by his campaign, but the actual story is she was fired.
They said they mutually parted ways. They came to an understanding.
It was the same thing you get from corporate America, which is, hey, you're going to quit.
So
and here's your resignation letter.
Is it she had a problem with the Biden giving
no,
free?
She read the questions willingly
and approved them.
Yeah, and the radio station like, what are you doing? No, we don't know. They fired her for going along with it.
Oh, so she's down with the Democratic.
That's what
Democratic Shield.
Let me rewind. That's what she's been accused of. You might be right. It might have been there might have been a radio station that was okay with it, and she simply called it out.
I thought that's what she was doing, calling out the fact that
she said it.
Well,
I thought the radio station fired her because they found out.
No, it was the radio station, because then the radio station came out and it was like, no, we don't. Oh, we want everything to be politically fair, blah, blah, blah.
So she did go along with the question. The radio station is saying, no, we don't want you to be reading the questions that they want you to read. It seems like that's what it is. That's what everybody's accusing her of. So
okay.
I'm going to go along with that. If we're wrong, we apologize.
No, not we.
Well, I apologize if we're wrong, but they're saying that she went along with it and the radio station fired her for that.
So you got to be Mr. Beast or political to grow on YouTube? Tragic.
No.
I recall y'all covered a story of Africans buying a black bank and messing with people mortgage payments, not providing them receipts.
I don't think we talked about a black bank.
It's been so long.
But yeah, we go through thousands of stories, really.
Thousands, millions by the end of the year.
Yeah, but this is just one of those stories that either the radio station or her, like I said, we don't know.
Well, people, like, if you read the damn article,
we did. It don't say whether
it
or
was
not,
vague. The article,
like I said, that's why the people were. And we went through that.
Okay.
Point of the matter is, it seems like there's some backbone growing
for somebody.
Either way,
I thought they fired her because she disclosed versus keeping it on the low. Like Biden, cognitive decline is obvious. That's what I thought too. I thought they fired her because she was like, why are we not giving them questions on the fly type of thing?
Well, I've heard that she went along with it and the radio station found out that she went along with it. But it make more sense for them to send the questions to the radio station rather than the individual who's the host of the show. But I don't know. But if she's the one who called it out, kudos to her. And unfortunately, she lost her job for that.
And the opposite.
And if the radio station ones that called it out, kudos to them. Now, this is a situation where if we were a community that was really quote unquote on code, she would have a GoFundMe to make sure she's taken care of until she.
Well, you know what happened to that black police officer?
Yeah,
that went against her
superiors,
white male officers. They did not put any money in that black woman GoFundMe.
They put a little bit, but not enough. Not enough.
She was the scapegoat. I agree, Kiefer.
Yeah, they definitely use her as a scapegoat to make sure that their image is a
damn shame when they do the black women.
I'm not gonna go read through this one all the way. The Florida A&M University president Larry Robinson announced his plans to step down. I'm only bringing it up to say that that's the same guy who was in charge of that school when $200 million went missing. Now, in his resignation, they did not mention that's why.
Well, we know what his ancestry test gonna go back to if he take a test.
They did not say why he lost it. See right here, the bombshell announcement comes on the heels of the university's recent low points, including a dubious and now ceased $237 million donation from Texas hemp farmer Gregory Jeremy that made national headlines and is currently under investigation, as well as the poor license program performance that heightened concerns at the Florida Board of Governors.
That's not true, Honorable Sienna. She said we don't have GoFundMe money. We have celebrities that have GoFundMe money. And didn't you say you shop at Whole Foods?
Oh yeah, you got money, don't you, Honorable? You using Manuka honey and I'm joking.
Yep.
All right.
Very healthy.
Let's move on. CNN shut down their
didn't I tell you they was done with you?
Shout out to Phil Lewis. This is the black Twitter newsman.
He got to just start his own.
This is his what's him call it? It's a newsletter. This is his.
But who is he employed by?
He can run his own business. People, you can subscribe and pay him.
Okay.
Yeah, he got his own.
Are you gonna pay him?
Anyway, CNN Quality Race and Equality Team. The news comes as CNN leader Mark Thompson announces that the cable news channel will lay off 100 employees as it restructures its news gathering.
Are they black?
We kind of, if it's
they get rid of the DEI part of the
the Race and Equality Team is pretty much
black.
So they're saying y'all done. We can moving on.
Everything they gave y'all, they taking away. We not only have to do it, we are the currency. Just see our worth like everybody else does who exploits us.
Happily. I agree. Somehow we ain't got no money, but them Chinese restaurants in your hood is eating good, sending their kids to college off of you. The local corner store sending their kids to college off of you.
There is a great restaurant. Kiefer, Regina, have y'all heard of Shanghai Gardens? The one in downtown Seattle? I used to love Shanghai Gardens, but the shit is so expensive. It's like $23 for a plate of, because I get the green barley noodles.
Yeah.
The vegetarian one. It's so expensive.
Yeah.
DEI had nothing to do, nothing more. DEI had nothing to do more with black people. It was a new failed affirmative action program for white women. Stop centering us. Mainstream media sucks. Good riddance.
Good riddance.
It does. You can't get any reliable information.
Well, we also said that, go ahead.
Expenses starting at $20, child. No, what screen is it on?
But yeah, a lot of these channels, I already said CNN, MSNBC, NBC, that's, to me, they seem to be going more center rather than left. Same thing with Fox. They're coming from more right and trying to go more center on politics. They're trying to be less antagonizing to the other side. Not necessarily antagonizing, but they're trying to center their politics so they can get the viewership back up because anybody watching this shit. So
it's on 424 6th Avenue, South Seattle, Washington 98104.
Move forward.
It's near Jackson Street.
Oh, this is an update story too. All right, go ahead.
What's the name of the restaurant again? Sorry, dude. Shanghai Gardens.
Yeah, it was some good.
Missouri?
This is how I knew, because we from North Carolina. So when we went to the Chinese restaurant, there was always chicken.
Well, it was fried chicken wings.
It was fried. Well, they called it chicken wings, but they give you duck sauce with it.
But you loved it.
Hey.
I didn't eat the wings.
When you know better, you do better. But it was good.
The duck was good? Was it greasy?
I don't know if it was rat, duck. I don't know what it was.
So you confessing?
They put that little seasoning stuff on it, and it did what it do.
I'll add it to my list of restaurants.
Yeah, it's good food. It's good Chinese food. It was, what was it? Star rating, Michelin star or something did it have at one point?
The rating?
Yeah. Not now, but at one point, what was it?
It's 4.3.
Yeah.
It's probably dropped because the pricing. See, the pricing is
no, I'm talking about not stars as far as what people think.
Well, what did I have it at?
Yeah.
Probably basing for where I came from, I probably had an 8 or 9.
All right.
So
now y'all remember a story from a few months ago of a white dude who had a black woman get in the car with him, took her home, and he kept her in the basement for a month, wasn't it?
I believe so.
It was a month. He had her in a basement. She finally escaped and ran to a neighbor's house, and they found out what happened. And it turns out he also had another woman who went missing, and apparently he killed. He's been charged with murder for the other woman's death. So I don't know if that's justice, because the real justice to put him out of his misery. But
you're saying execute him?
Yeah, get him up out of here. So the prosecutors announced Tuesday that Timothy Hasley Jr., 41, had been charged with first-degree murder in the death of Janae Crossdale. So I still unfortunate that we're in a society where so many women feel the need to do certain things to survive. So it's unfortunate that they take these chances like this, and it can lead to. We seen how he looked before. We talked about it like last year. I can get his picture. Hold on.
No photo.
They got his photo. They put his photo up immediately. He looked like somebody who is bugged out.
Oh wow.
So
yeah.
He looked like, somebody who would do some.
We got the
shit.
miscreant right here.
So that's him. Hopefully he'll throw the book at him. But he'll probably end up doing a couple 30, 40 years, get a sentence like that, and he'll die in there. But he's not gonna get the justice he deserves. To get put down right now in agony, but it is what it is.
It was uncalled for. It was gratuitous. Why did he kill those women?
Well, he killed one. The other one he just held captive. And the scary part for her is she was there for a month. So who knows how long he was planning on just.
Yeah. So they were sex workers?
Well, she got in the car with him to go to his house. He's a stranger. It's kind of.
So we're coming to the conclusion they were a working girl.
Yeah, 1 + 1 is like you getting in a stranger's.
What's Beyonce song? 1 + 1 is 2.
You get in a stranger's car and go to his house. It's kind of.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to bring up Beyonce.
It's kind of leaning towards a certain direction. So it's unfortunate, but yeah, let's move forward. And then it's a crazy story.
African woman.
Yes, yeah.
Protect black jobs.
Oh yeah. What do they call it in New York?
What?
They call sex workers another job. Immigrant work, something work.
Essential workers.
No, they had another word for it. It was hilarious. They called the migrants being sex workers with a certain job name. I forgot what they called it.
Mayor Adams said it too.
Yeah, but a woman who gets 58 years for murdering and dismembering her landlord on the north side.
Migrant labor.
I think it was something like that. I can't remember.
Oh God.
What do you think about this story? Does she go up on her rent?
As a landlord, she has a right to go up on the rent, though.
I'm asking the question.
What?
Did she go up on the rent?
Did who go up on the rent?
The landlord.
I didn't read this whole entire article.
Yeah, it's kind of. Yeah. She dismembered her and killed the landlord. Now, this is another example of she is a foreigner. And like I said, this is an unfortunate story, but when
she dismembered her too.
Yeah,
they're savages.
I'm not gonna use that word.
That's what a savage does, to dismember somebody's body.
I'm not gonna say they. I'll say she is.
Anybody that commits that type of crime is a savage.
I can
See,
agree.
you think I'm putting it on the tetherism? I'm putting it on the actual person's people who does this type of crimes. They are savages.
Okay. So
she looks Jamaican, LOL.
Or something else. I want to laugh. So this is my point where when she goes to booking, when she's labeled, it's gonna say, hold on, pause y'all, hold on.
Sorry.
I'll just go through it. The jury convicted Sandra Kalalu, 38. Oh, sorry, hold on, pause for a second. All right. October's 2022 slaying of dismemberment of April. In April, today Judge Ursula handed down her punishment 50 years for the murder, followed by 6 years for dismembering a human body, followed by 2 years for stealing the landlord's identity. These crimes are getting more vicious, man.
Why would a foreign STEM worker feel the need to dismember the landlord? That's unfortunate for the landlord or family. I would say Black/African American. We Trump to use his executive order to end that.
Yeah, it's getting crazy. Some of the stuff is getting weird.
A ritual, perhaps. The black farmers are back at it again.
Yeah, we're not going to stay on this too long. I'm trying to speed through now. Black farmers call on Tractor Supply CEO to resign following diversity about face.
I know.
John Boyd, president of National Black Farmers Association, a Tractor Supply shareholder and fourth-generation farmer, said he has tried to reach out to the company's top executive. Look, man, if somebody, and I get it, you don't quit, but if somebody constantly go out of their way to not work with you and make things hard for you, you got to find a way to just get around them. And if you can't get around them, you got to be loud about something. Every time we bring up the black farmers thing, it's like somebody is fucking them over again. It's always somebody, whether it's these corporations, the government, or other white Mexican farmers.
They wouldn't even let them get ahead.
No, when they had a chance to get, I want to use the word reparations, but get repaired for damages done in the past, they was against it. They came out against it hard. We struggle too. Like, damn.
Trump was shot at. Breaking news 30 minutes ago. Trump shot at rally.
Was he shot or shot at? Because we talked about it earlier.
Shot at. When I heard the news, Honorable, I was angst. Just like the night when Trump and Biden were the votes were coming in, I knew that shit won't right.
It says Trump, Secret Service arrested Trump off stage after popping noises heard at rally.
I'm back, y'all. Trump got shot at. Shout out to Ashley Ariel 89 and Ricky is back. Really, I missed this. Shot at. Oh dang.
What they're saying is it was popping noises now. They're not saying it was gunshots. This is 7 minutes ago. This is NBC News.
They can do whatever they want.
Yeah, they're saying he was shot. They said it was noises heard. Although this is left-leaning platform, so they're not going to immediately say he was shot at to give him sympathy.
But Biden is out of here.
Yeah. If they really shot at him, that's crazy. When the last time
a
a president
news Trump was supposedly shot at, but honestly, it looked like a staged. It looked staged to me.
See, we think alike. I said the same thing when the second I heard it, I said, "Is Trump doing this to get an uptick in the polls?"
Yeah, he wanted his numbers to go up in the polls.
And when the last time a president in America on American soil had an attempt on their life? Was it John F. Kennedy? And I'm not talking about these close calls, alleged things that allegedly happened.
Yeah, because normally it's the president's putting attempts on other people's lives.
Like, I'm not counting the situation where they said there was a pipe bomb at a January 6th situation. Oh, yeah, Reagan. Yeah. Yeah, that's another one. It was somebody else. Oh, that was back in, 1920s when a guy was shot and kept.
Spiritual World has a pic of blood on his mouth. It looks like, I think so. Oh, wow.
Oh, Lord. Well, because he's a
the Dems are very the Dems ain't playing.
Yeah, if he was shot, they're not going to tell you anyway because you don't want to
shot
admit.
At?
Yeah, shot at or shot.
No, I thought that you trying to type in.
No, if I type Trump and he got shot at, it would be Trump shot at rally. So,
Did he hit himself with the mic?
Yeah, but that wasn't on American soil, Mark. I know that the two shoes thrown at him. That was overseas. I'm saying on American soil, it might be Reagan. So the fact that if he got shot at, that's crazy. His number's about to be crazy. All right, let me.
The whites and the blacks, the glasses.
I got to show this. I meant to show this earlier. I'm gonna apologize in advance. When you see this video,
she talking about when she met a white man.
No.
Oh,
it's worse than that. Go ahead.
He reached at his neck like he got bitten by a mosquito. The way SS Delay was rushing to the stage and the way he took him off and the way that the snipers came with the guns after the fact Like, stop it.
Well, hey, it might have been that damn heart attack gun they hit him with. Bop.
That shit invisible.
It's like a little mosquito. Like, oh, remember they got these little drones
You got,
inside the
damn,
mosquitoes?
mosquito got me.
Yeah.
What's worse than real? Than IR?
I'm just saying, they got drones now the size of mosquitoes. Remember when they were talking about the
Shout out to, sorry, Makeda TV. I've seen pictures of the ear bleeding getting rushed off the stage.
Well, we'll see how far that goes.
Y'all really don't trust Trump.
Who, me? No.
Wow.
I don't. He lied. Like all the rest of the politicians lie.
Wow.
Let me play this.
This 103-year-old woman is a virgin, and she regrets it. Yes, you heard that correctly. Mariam has maintained her purity for over a century
We don't
and is
trust
unable
media.
to find a lover. But hold on, there's more to her story. She once met a white man whom she fell in love with. They had big plans together. Despite having a wonderful time, she chose to remain virgin until marriage. However, the boyfriend mysteriously disappeared. She turned down other African men who showed interest in her and waited for her man. But to this day, he has not returned, nor has he even communicated with her. She stayed celibate, but in the end, she felt betrayed. What happened to the boyfriend?
I'm not going to say what that
Is he
lady
still
looked like.
alive? Why is there no communication? And
Oh
how
my
has this
God.
woman managed to maintain her virginity for over 100 years?
So look, let me pause for a second.
What a weird segue.
I know,
LOL.
Keeper. I meant to show
Keeper
this.
like, fuck you.
I meant to show this earlier. That's why I said I meant to show it earlier. I said my apology. I meant to show it
International
earlier.
relations. Sorry, Honorable IR, international relations.
Let me say
LOL,
this.
what the heck?
Hold on, pause. This woman met a white man, didn't give up he wanted the draw, she didn't give it to him. Thought he was gonna come back. He left like, all right, she ain't giving nothing up, I'm out. This woman waited 100 years. All these other African men around her, she said, I don't want y'all, I want my white man. Fuck y'all. Y'all ain't getting knitted. 100 years waiting for this man.
She waiting for that white man to put it down.
Good Lord.
If she ever get a hold of him, Jesus.
That man done went on, got a family.
A white woman.
No, he probably got a bunch of African women he ran through and then went home.
Oh God, where is this at? None of the kings or chief wanted her. No, she didn't want them.
She didn't want them.
What a weird.
Yeah,
they ain't to make you go nothing to see here. I have a feeling what you thinking of.
She said nothing to see here. This is crazy land. Let's just LA.
What country is this?
Let's just
She
smile and
look
wave,
good for
y'all.
103, but she might be a little crazy,
she is.
unhinged.
You a little off.
Of what? She looks tawny.
She a fool.
She's a fool. He wanted her for the pussy. That's why he dipped and never returned. Then men who were actually interested in her, black men at that, she passed up waiting for this man to return. Yes,
she sure did.
Is
I'll
this
be
is
honest, Dre,
Somalia?
I couldn't. This post was made on social media. I guess it's from a documentary. I tried to look up the documentary. I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
I don't know what country she's from, I'll be honest. And to be honest, I don't want to know. Because if I find out what country it is, it's going to be a stain. So please don't tell us who it is.
Oh, they're going to tell you who it is.
Just don't tell us who it is.
Oh,
Let
okay.
her be an individual that we don't know where she's from. And let's keep that story just on her.
But that says a lot. She has restraint.
Yeah.
That she can go 103 years and never receive.
Lord.
A strange story to report about. Was it BBC? No, it wasn't BBC.
It wasn't BBC.
She didn't want the BBC, Kiefer. She wanted a white. She wanted pink. She didn't want black.
Yeah, it's crazy.
For sure. Indoctrination at its finest. She most likely from Africa. Stop the cap, LOL. Maybe she was afraid of the banana versus the pickle.
Damn, Regina?
Regina, tell the truth and shame the devil.
Now, I'm almost saying something I agree with too.
Africans lie so much. The math don't never be mathing. It's her birthday January 1st. Ain't no way that lady 100-something looking 60.
Now,
Like on crack.
It could be possible that she just made the story up to get some attention in a news story. It could be fake.
She was waiting on her white knight in shining armor. Drake.
Breaking news.
She wish she would have gave it up.
Oh,
Regina. African Tawny. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. I meant to show that story like 30, 40 minutes ago, but
Jesus.
I just saw it. I had to remember. I had to show that one. That was crazy. Anyway, speaking of looking for her white man.
She took the Kelly Rowland verse, cater to you, literally.
Speaking of somebody who got their white man, we're going to speak on Candace again. Bizarre propaganda. Candace
probably
Owens.
Forgot about her.
Oh, yeah. He forgot about her that week. He been gone.
It's a Kenyan on YouTube. No, she's Ugandan.
Oh, yeah. Africa. I can't remember her other name. She's a Ugandan woman in Kenya.
She's a Ugandan woman in Kenya.
She's a star in the village. Anyway, Candace Owens accused of minimizing Holocaust Nazi medical experiments.
Oh,
yeah.
Play the clip. Oh, here go Don. Larry Gaither's
innocent.
Larry Gaither's got a name for Don Lemon.
Oh, for
you want to
real?
know what he called him?
What?
Don Sweet Tea Lemon. He called Joy Reid Crisco Reed.
Damn. Before I get to the Candace Owens Nazi thing, I'm gonna show the Don Lemon stuff you're talking about.
Okay.
The back and forth they had. Let me play that first.
So the word you said was right?
Yeah.
Is that exactly the word? So what did you mean by that? You think it's okay to say the word, to call people a to their face?
No, actually, I said words have meaning. And so when you start allowing the perverts to dictate speech, then words just have to go away. And as I said in that clip, when I was growing up and I was reading English novels, when people say you're walking through the woods to get a faggot, it meant a bundle of sticks. And then they said you can no longer say this word that has a real meaning, right? A bundle of sticks, because some pervert took that and threw it as an epithet towards gay people. I think that's actually...
I'll keep playing that one.
Yeah.
She said, I'm glad she called it pervert.
Yeah.
That's a wrong way of thinking, because then what you're doing is you're allowing perverts to dictate society. So I don't like the death of the English language because people are getting offended. So that's like, I could pick any word. I could say, plant. And from now on, every time I see a gay guy, I'm gonna be like, he's a total plant. And then eventually they say you can't say plant anymore. It's like, no, this is a real word that has meaning. Attack the person who's perverting the word, but you don't suddenly disappear a word and you say you can no longer say it, or you can no longer read these Virginia Woolf novels because the word has been perverted. I think that's a backwards way of thinking.
You can read Virginia Woolf novels, and the only people I know who are trying to ban.
Oh, by the way, is this right here considered a black man platforming Candace Owens?
They would say yes,
but he's gay. They said it's straight black man. So this black man, quote unquote, is platforming Candace Owens.
Oh, they gonna start saying he's
So I'll imagine we're gonna see backlash from this for him giving her a platform, right? We won't.
He just let her speak. No, he Creole.
Okay, well, yeah, he Creole, yeah.
Books, Virginia Woolf, and other books that even say.
So I ain't gonna put the whole thing. They went to that right there about the word and language, the typical thing she does. She says things, get people riled up, and then they come and interview her about it, and she just makes a point that's kind of obvious, like common sense. And they try to argue the point. Like when she argued, what's his name? The black dude always talking about Palestine.
Mark Lamont Hill.
Mark Lamont Hill. When he got in an argument with her about
Fugazi.
when he got in an argument with her about what is a woman, it's like, bro, why are you arguing? What are you wrong with?
This is a man arguing with a woman about what the term woman means.
And you wonder why people look at her like a person who has
just like Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Yeah, they asked her, what is a woman? And she said she don't know.
And when we should have never let her, okay, get her the fuck out of here.
What are we doing?
That's when, what's his name on the Supreme Court? The black man?
Thomas,
whatever.
Yeah.
He should have said, get this out of here.
He can't say that because they're on his ass right now. They're trying to get it for taxes now.
They'll be reporting a 100-year-old lady giving birth next year after all the attention to the story. Shaking my head. Not Sweet Tea. Call him something else.
Not Sweet Tea.
Did you see Candace with that Catholic priest standing on a checkerboard floor? Maybe this Candace stories are humiliation rituals.
It could, yeah, attention. See, I think she mainly do this stuff because she know when she say certain things,
she's provocative.
It's provocative and get attention. So yeah.
Lemon smirk here is hilarious. Like, girl, keep taking money. Remember learning the meaning from my art teacher from middle school.
Yep.
The meaning of that word. I've seen another clip of them getting into it over gay and interracial marriages. Creole and immigrant cancel each other out. We need not care either way. Them two.
Well, ain't he dealing with somebody? Ain't he an interracial?
He's in an interracial relationship too. He's a little white.
They couldn't have no disagreement there.
When you're actually a girl, you are suffering from a mental disorder, obviously, because you can't actually change your sex, obviously.
I know
you can
plenty
get,
of children
you can get,
now. I know
you
plenty
can
of
play
young,
dress up, but you can't
I know
change your
plenty
sex.
of young people and old people who are trans, right? And
it's
they
an
are
illusion.
not pretending. And it is not a mental disorder.
It is a mental
It is
disorder.
pretending because you will literally never be
And
able,
they
if you are a
know,
little boy, to grow up and have a
and
baby
their
because you're
parents
not a
know.
little, you're
And
not a
I
little
would
girl.
hope that your child would not grow up, or your children would not grow up, and then thinking that they're trans, and then their parents telling them the exact opposite.
I would
That would
tell
not
them that
that's
they
what
are,
she's
they have a
supposed to
mental
do.
disorder, and we're going to get them help.
That's what she's supposed to do.
So Candace being provocative. Is this the one?
What do you think about same-sex marriage?
Oh, here we go. Last one.
It's a sin.
You think it's a sin?
Totally
So
a
you
mental
think I'm-
disorder.
What's that?
You think I'm sinful because I'm married to a man?
Yeah.
You do.
Yes, you're sinning. You are in a sinful relationship. I actually don't believe marriage can be between two men.
Cook them, Candace.
Now keep in mind who's clipping this up. It's Don Lemon clipping this up.
Because
he's clipping
he
up
wants
her-
attention too, because he got
There you
low ass
go.
ratings on his show.
So I want to see all those articles written about Don Lemon platforming her for viewership and money.
Don Lemon, sweet tea. Trump said, grab the pussy and the lemon has a platform when he was in the Hamptons, grabbed pen and forcing white men to smell themselves.
You're crazy. Bro.
He was grabbing a peen.
This is crazy.
He was grabbing them by the this clip. This is the clip I saw. I want to know the country she from. She's from America.
No, she's talking about
the lady. Get your money, black man. Get your money.
Exactly.
Shout out to Brilliantly Me. Peace, good people. Simple as fuck. Trump got shot in the ear. I can't believe it. I'm
so it's official. They're saying
I'm
he was
aghast.
shot. They're saying he was shot in the ear. We've seen people coming in here. We said it. What was that? 40 minutes ago. He was rushed off stage. So they're officially saying he was shot.
So breaking
in the ear.
live from Brilliantly Me, he said that Trump was shot in the ear.
Okay,
So this is not a joke, ladies and gentlemen. They're trying to take out our commander in chief. He also a sexual predator.
Oh yeah, Don
keep
Lemon
it.
is. Yeah. I'm looking at the picture. Oh yeah, I see it.
Oh my God.
Hold on.
Honorable Sienna, SIP. Stay in prayer.
So yeah, this is the picture.
That's crazy.
Maybe. He could have smashed some ketchup on his ear.
It grazed his ear.
Yeah. 36 minutes ago. This one here. Yeah,
They are not fucking around. Simpson said he would die in 2024.
Wow.
Brian, don't come in here talking like that. We got to take 4 more years of Biden.
He's like, wait, he is? Oh, yeah, Don Lemon allegedly he sexually assaulted some dude by grabbing his junk and making him smell it. Smell his
Hiding
hand.
under the LGBTQ flag. He was shot in the ear like the Chappelle skit, turn my headphones up. They don't call them Democrats for nothing.
That's crazy.
He couldn't sacrifice an arm or a finger. Oh wow.
I mean, you gotta sell it better than this. You gotta lose lose the whole ear or something.
They about to pop off a civil war.
And Trump gonna weigh on his. Oh, hold on, this is a better one. Okay, this is a better one.
Oh man.
Hey, Trump might be a good actor if this is fake.
Look at that little hand. Smile and wave, boys.
Okay, yeah. This looks more.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. If I got shot in the ear facing forward, how would blood get in front of my face unless I touched it and moved it across my face?
Yeah, I think he might have did that, Duke.
But there's blood on his hand.
It should be blood on his hand if he touched his face.
Maybe
it's not. It's like a little red. It's not like
maybe a little bit
covered
right
him. You know what are you trying to?
He's a fraud. We'll see though. If he got shot, we're gonna see them numbers. We're gonna see what happened with them numbers. All right, let me show this now. Because Candace Owens is pissing off the tiny hats. What?
I don't like what you're saying right now.
Yeah, I hear what that mess.
What you're saying is very gratuitous about our future president.
Oh, she said that.
This image is why I thought it was from the mouth.
We'll see. All right, Candace Owens has pissed off the tiny hats again. So let me play this.
People, Candace, come on, that's the difference. They experimented on twins. I mean, some of the stories, by the way, sound completely absurd. I'm like the idea that they just like cut a human up and then sewed them back together. Why would you do that? Literally, even if you're the most evil person in the world, that's a tremendous waste of time and supplies. Just slice a person in half and sew them together. That just sounds like bizarre propaganda. Innocent people.
So the experiments that they were saying happened to these kids back in the day, Candace is saying it's a lie. Candace said this is a lie, don't make sense. She calling it out. I want to point this out though.
The blood is not running down his ear.
It ain't. Jewish cult leaders sentenced for kidnap of 2 NY kids, including a child bride and twisted sex scheme. I wonder if this, people already said this a million times.
Jewish
I wonder if this has anything to do with those tunnels. You hear me?
Yeah, what'd you say? Sorry.
I wonder if this has anything to do with those tunnels. Because that just disappeared from the media. They don't even talk about them no more.
So you think they were running
I'm not saying
the trafficking scheme through the...
These are the 2 men.
Look at these people.
You see here, last 3 defendants in Liv Tahor cult abduction case sentenced to over 10 years in prison. Now, this story been going on for like 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. They took these kids down to Mexico and kidnapped. They kidnapped them, took them down to Mexico, and they was found, all this other stuff, and now they're being sentenced to 10 years for doing this, for trafficking. Now, we know that in that culture, their beliefs on underage is different. Like if you ever type in and look up Jewish television shows, not nothing lewd, just actual television shows, what they're willing to show on television is much different than what is happening here in America, unless, you know.
Oh, we're gonna get to it.
Like most of the actors and actresses you see that get on these movies and really show real nudity, they usually come from a certain lineage. I'll just say it like that. Like most of Hollywood is one lineage, one demographic, and they hide their names and
like Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone. All right.
Yep. Regarding the tunnels, Candace is the female Louis Farrakhan picking up the Untouchables. What's with the Caribbean being the face of the Jays attacked in our image?
Hey,
I like that Candace is calling out the tiny hats. LOL.
Yeah, I like that. See right here, arrested in massive raid in Mexico's border. Some 20 Jews belonging to the extremists Lev Tahor's sect were arrested in raids by Mexican immigration authority. This is back in 2022. So, well, they don't want to show this. Somebody posted this, and I already seen some of this stuff. I already know some of the beliefs and tenets that they move with.
They are heavily involved in the porn industry. What is his name? The short,
the one who was
fat with the dark hair,
the one who almost became a celebrity outside of porn.
I think you know who I'm talking about. He's
Ron Jeremy.
That's his name.
Yeah. Yeah, most of them are ran by Jewish people as well. But look at it. This is what some of the things that the Talmud believes.
There you go.
Yeah. Even the best of Goyim should be killed. We know who the Goyim are.
Goyim.
It's non-Jews. If a Goy hits a Jew, he must be killed. All children of Goyim are animals. When a Jew murders a Gentile, there will be no death penalty. Now, let me say this. What the Talmud is saying right here for them is actually in the Bible. And it's when it's talking about the chosen people of the Bible.
The real people of the Bible.
The real ones. It is saying that you're chosen people. You can do certain things that people can't do to you.
And you shouldn't do certain things to your people that you would do to other people.
Other people, like taxation. You're not supposed to tax your own people.
Or prostituting your own women.
Or prostitute your own women or stuff like that. So I don't got to go through all these laws. It just goes to show when you read this stuff, how when they speak a certain way with their arrogance and stuff towards you,
yeah,
they've been taught that since a kid. Like a lot of them, the second they hit a certain age, they have to join the military. So that automatically builds a certain level of national and ethnic pride within them because they're a member of their own military. Then obviously they go through the schooling of their teachings and their culture. By the time they hit 18, 19, 20, they look at you as less than them.
I don't like calling them out being labeled Black American. They need to properly address her. Isn't a porn site owned by Rabbi? Yes, Mark.
I forgot which one.
Conveniently decisive. Are the Palestinians the real people of the Bible? Hell no.
No, they are not.
You are, but you won't accept it, Honorable.
They are Semitic, but they are not the people of the Bible. But yeah.
I don't even go with that narrative.
You don't believe they are?
I think they're Hermetic.
Well, some of them, yeah. Some of them would be, yeah. All right.
But to each his own.
Yeah, to each his own. All right, Trident exclusive.
But
Trump VP. Since we're gonna bring up Trump now. This is the last segment.
He go rabbit hole. Honorable like this.
Trump VP hopeful Byron Donald's ex-wife shares her story. Says what he's doing is super dangerous.
They took the land of the Philistines supposedly.
Yeah, the Afro-Palestinians are. Yeah, some of them are. Yeah, same thing when you look at the Persians and.
Not all of them are.
Yeah, now
some of those Afro-Palestinians are Hermetic. Are any of you watching the interesting miniseries Supercell on Netflix?
I've heard people talk about it a lot. It's a UK superpower show.
We are in July.
Yeah, it's a black superhero or superpower show from the UK. Yeah, I've heard about it. I haven't watched it though.
It's a what now?
It's a black UK superpower show.
What is their powers?
I haven't seen
because we know what Luke Cage powers was.
A bullet bag. You taking bullets.
Byron Donald ain't no damn hopeful.
Yeah. Now this story right here, they went and found a man's ex-wife. Now I'm not gonna read through the whole story. They met when they were young. He lied to her. I can read this first little part right quick. Hold on. She said, when Bissa Hall met fellow Florida A&M University freshman Byron Donalds on campus in 1996. She believed the future congressman and Donald Trump vice presidential shortlister was from another country. He told me he was from Jamaica and he had a Jamaican accent. And he was cute, Hall said. Then the next time I saw him, the Jamaican accent was gone and he said he's from New York. She said Donald, who was then 18, explained why he'd initially deceived her. He felt like it would make him stand out, Hall told the Florida Trident, and he was right. There were a ton of guys from New York around, but they weren't any guys from Jamaica. He was right. It got him noticed. So he lied about who he was, right? So she came out. She said that they got married through not love, but through obligation because she had a scholarship that ran out and she needed residency. So she married him so she could stay in the state. They weren't really living together. And, clearly she was smitten by him because all the stuff that she accused him of, she still was dealing with him. And she didn't really say nothing extreme about him in his interview. She then said that he was working at Cracker Barrel and he said a white woman came up to her and said that God wants you. So these women are walking to the bus. He followed these women and said, God wants me to come with y'all, or God's calling me. They pray for him. He ends up dealing with this white girl and get her pregnant while he's married to the black woman. She said before he got her pregnant, he came to her and said,
credulous, gullible. Who would fall for some shit? They wanted him to come with them. They ain't have nothing to do with Christ.
So when he went back to her before he got the white woman pregnant, he said he wanted to get his wife back. So he wanted to knock it down a few more times. So after that, she said he made a quick U-turn after they started messing around again and said we need to get a divorce as quick as possible. She believed that he got a white girl pregnant and was forced into a shotgun wedding. So the woman. Oh no, I should have said. Hold on. It was a shotgun wedding. So the headline read crazy. The headline was like, Byron Donalds cheated on his ex-wife and got a white woman pregnant. Like, no, they were married, but it wasn't that type of marriage.
It was like arranged.
Yeah, and she even said that when he asked for the divorce and asked for it to be done quicker, he asked her to pay for the divorce,
and she paid for it.
Which she did, and then he said, "I'll pay you back later." And then he invited her to the wedding.
And she went?
She said no. She thought it was disgusting.
Okay. Honorable ain't watching Supercell because of those accidents. Kiefer said, who paid her to come out?
I don't know.
His VP looked like the one dude from Fresh and Fit. That's true.
Yeah.
Well, he is Jamaican and Panamanian. Yeah.
Bumbaclot.
Byron wants us to go back to Jim Crow. I was wondering if the show was from the U.S. or UK.
Yeah, it's UK.
Byron wants African Americans in Jim Crow with his people as the trusted overseers.
Well, he said because he got his white woman. Oh no, that was Tim Scott. He said we're living Michael's dream. I got my white woman. Everything is good now. We good.
I'm sorry, but when these people start coming out of the woodworks telling stories they could have said a long time ago, it makes me side-eye them, rolling my eyes. So he has a bastard child? No, he didn't
have any kids with a black woman. They were young. They was like 18, 19, 20 years old. They were in college still.
No, he had to marry her for the baby, the white woman.
Yeah. He got a white woman pregnant, and she said she applauded him for marrying her and doing what was right because she knew he came from a single parent home and he did what was right when he got her pregnant.
So morally correct.
So he was morally right. She said he was doing the right thing with that. But the way she described him, basically saying he was kind of a con man. She basically said he's kind of a person who.
Well, he's from New York, so
he's ambitious, but he'll do whatever necessary to get what he wants. So he's willing to kind of change, be a chameleon, basically. So. I was like, damn, they sent a hit piece out on. I don't think he gets picked because the headline versus what the interview actually says is totally different. The headline is saying this black man cheated on his black wife with the white woman and had a baby. It's like he's done. He's done.
But she didn't give them what they wanted.
Yeah, she didn't give them all they wanted. So she wasn't she didn't tear him down as much as they wanted her to. Italian PM Giorgi Maloney rolls eyes, checks imaginary watch, waiting for Biden's arrival at NATO. So I just want to show this video. How sick of these people is of Biden.
She's a true politician, then that's not news.
So he was late, so they getting sick of him.
She said he's a true politician, then that's not news.
Yeah, it's not news. It's not what they want.
What they do.
I don't even play this now.
For just getting our business in order.
I do like that a lot of these people with a platform, quote unquote celebrities, they're not, this year at least, for the most part.
Oh, they killed the Trump shooter.
Damn, it's breaking news as we go, ain't it? Damn.
Honorable's live on the scene.
I'm going to get to it. Hold on. I like that a lot of these celebrities aren't picking a side in the politics and political thing. They're not saying to vote for either.
Oh, like Diddy?
Yeah. Did Diddy say one?
He said vote or die.
Well, he never said who to vote. Well, he clearly
but it was promoted mainly on Democratic platforms.
Yeah.
I think we should be galvanizing. We should be sharing the codes amongst each other. And we should be supporting each other's businesses.
Yeah.
And that way, it doesn't matter who's in office. We'll have our own buildings.
He's talking about real economic and political power, where it don't matter who's in office. We need the people who benefit us the most to have understand an outline of what we want.
Understand.
All right, let me see something. Trump shooter.
Outstand.
Trump shooting latest shooter and audience member dead.
Trump said, fuck with me if you want to.
So is it shooter and an audience member, or is it shooter and audience member? Is it two people shot?
Trump like Farrakhan.
Oh, this is Sky News too. So.
Look at Bradley.
Drop a tear.
No, I got IG up on my phone.
I forgot. Why am I not? I could just check Twitter. They got it update perfectly, probably. Shooter and audience member dead as bloody former president tells supporters to fight. Donald Trump is pictured bloody as he rushed off the stage by Secret Service after a shooting at a rally in Pennsylvania.
See, we were some real hustlers. We had changed the name of this video to
Donald Trump shot
and put a picture of shit
as
the thumbnail.
Yeah, that's what we be doing. We could change this whole thing, but nah.
Two people.
Biden informed of shooting and being
wait
briefed.
a minute. Why you call Sky News ghetto? Sky News is not ghetto. I like Sky News.
Ghetto how we said sometimes ghetto is fun. They do be saying some off the cuff stuff sometimes. Let's be honest.
It's intelligently said.
They do be a little ratchet.
This is not what they showed on the news. They're literally making this shit up as they go. He was bloody either. He wasn't bloody either when shown on CNN. This is such a joke.
I'm gonna lean on Ashley on this one because I believe they is trying to set something up right now.
Well, I'm gonna have to lean on what I see.
Well, this is what they're showing. This ain't what we saw. We didn't see the rally live.
Stop trying to turn me against Trump.
Okay, now hold on. We've seen the media shift and say fuck Biden. They pretty much came out unanimously and say fuck Biden. So is it possible that the media is trying to get behind Trump? They're finding a way to be sympathetic to Trump. I'm gonna tell you like this: if in the
they're
next
trying
week,
to change the image of him
of Trump,
this is a PR stunt.
In the next week, if you see these hosts on these political shows start saying we don't support the attack on former political rivals, if they start saying stuff in defense of Trump, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
What I say?
You gonna put me on the spot like this? See, this is what I be talking about. Where?
I'm joking.
No, you're not joking.
Well, I'll turn it into a joke then. Damn. Anyway, go ahead.
It's definitely ghetto, especially that Indian bitch. I hate her. I think she's funny. I like her commentary.
She's snide and snarky, ain't she?
I like Sky News. It's all BYT. Their coverage are Palestine and Israel.
Yeah, I like Sky News.
Travis and Dick are going to make a breaking news graphic. We should.
I should, but
the views will go up. Funny how now the DM's going to offer their support.
Exactly. If you start seeing these political hosts start doing like these, we don't support attack on our rivals, political rivals. This is not fair. This is not what this country is about. Then I wouldn't be surprised if you see a bump.
Funny how 4 years media was behind Biden and now they're behind Trump. It's all a part of their agenda.
I agree.
True. We're about to see and not see a whole bunch of psyops and false flags, white men and their okay. I can't say it.
Mediocrity. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you, because
mediocrity. Yeah,
and false power grabs.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of shit going on. A lot of mental tricks they're gonna be pulling. Damn, Trump got shot. Trump said he bled for this country, like John Lewis. I put blood in Selma. Nah, we should be late. Rest in peace, though.
No, you've been talking shit about him for all these years. Keep doing it.
Stay in prayer.
Making fun of that man's struggle.
All right, Black Caucus largely sticks by Biden, but worries about whether his candidacy can survive. After that shooting,
mediocrity.
Yeah, after that shooting, it will not survive, more than likely. So,
her coverage of Black American topics is always cringe. Like she was tasked with making us look away on the global stage. Well, I just always see it when she's talking shit about Biden. So if you say so, honorable.
Biden campaigns in Michigan as more House members urge him to drop out. We already went through all this. Let me play this now.
Stays in the race, I'm going to do every single thing I can to defeat Donald Trump. Because as a Black woman living in this country that has less constitutional rights than I had from the day that I was born 42 years ago, I refuse to live under Donald Trump's reign again. I refuse to risk our democracy. And Joe Biden is the person right now who is able to defeat him. And so when people are saying, do something to prove that you have the command of the knowledge, and you stand up and you call on 10 reporters and you answer 19 questions for 59 minutes, then I ask you, if you go and say step down, then what is the test that he must prove over and over again? Because then it feels like you, as a person who is calling for him to step down, is being disingenuous. Now, I'm not saying it's not wrong, because
she
that
sounds
debate
idiotic.
was terrible.
When he called for that recent press conference, people thought he was about to step down. And he got in that press conference and called Donald Trump the vice president. And it was just like, oh my God.
He's called himself a Black woman. He's called Kamala the president.
He called her the president for 4 years.
And Joe Biden has acknowledged that. But as people who are living with the fear of a possible dictator to take over
get out of
this
here.
country, I just ask you, as a Democratic Party, and I'm not super excited about Joe Biden, but I am terrified of Donald Trump, to get it together for the people that you are asked to represent.
I know her man's sick of her.
Yeah, he also said that Putin was the president of Ukraine.
He called Zelensky Putin just a day ago.
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't understand what more people need after a night like tonight to say he is the leader of the free world. I sometimes on television say, like, if there go I, but for the grace of God, that I am not held to the mistakes I make sometimes on television in the days of my life. And I'm a little annoyed and I'm furious because I talk to Black people who have saved this country over and over.
Here we go with the war with me. Save this country. Why are you saving the country that you keep calling racist and terrible and does all these nasty and terrible things to Black people? Why do you want to keep saving something that you're saying is destroying you?
Helped elect Joe Biden, who saved the Democratic Party time again. And Black people are saying, let it go, folks.
It's crazy, man. I want to show this this was on X. Biden concealed his cognitive decline from Jen Psaki, making her a victim. Former White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki worked closely with Biden for 16 months, all while the president kept her in the dark about his declining health. She was just as much of a victim as the president's cover-up as the mainstream.
Oh, bullshit.
This was after all that backlash came after that debate, so go ahead.
Black Caucus needs to go away. Boule gatekeepers. Dudes falling up and down the stairs, falling off bikes, smelling people.
Getting his butt white.
Where's the bad wig day story? This is pretty bad article. It's pretty bad.
I didn't want to bring up the hairline, you know. But
you see the video of Biden rubbing the black guy's arm?
Regina sent it. I saw it. That
nice
was crazy.
and shiny.
That was crazy.
Merry 4th of Easter. He's stroking black people's arms while shaking their hands. She can always leave. Drink. No one's talking to her, and she sounds insufferable, just like Joy Reid. That's Frisco Reid. Geez, these women in politics are making women look bad. Yes, Mark, the video is so weird. LOL.
Hold on, I'm about to show it. Hold on.
Pooping his pants. The crapper. The crapper.
The video that Regina showed me had some like R&B music behind it. There's some sexual R&B music behind it. That was funny. But I'm gonna show the clip. This is the clip of Biden rubbing this dude's arm. Look at that.
Oh my God.
Look, the black dude looked down like, what are you doing? And then the black dude looked down like, you rubbed my arm for my nigga. Look at the white woman.
White woman's like, my God.
She's like, oh dear. Like, what? She's like, my God. The meds.
I was gonna say it too about the wig, Ashley RL89.
Yeah, I didn't want to bring up the wig. I didn't want to, I was about to say.
It was the look on the white girl's face that did it for me.
Yeah, she was like, Lord.
This video, look at everyone around them.
Hold on. I want to find the one with the R&B music playing.
Oh man, that's crazy. What would you do if you was standing there and Biden come up to you and he rub your arm? Shout out to Shantae. He was holding on for stability. He was finna fall. He's fam.
Hold on.
Speaking of the wigs, did y'all see Auntie Maxine Waters being interviewed by another black woman, CNN journalist, and how she was fondling with her wig?
Oh yeah, I got that one.
Who said that she looked like James Brown with a wig on? Was that Trump?
It was Congress of Judah. It says James Brown wig. Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
It was not. It was somebody else that went on TV and said that.
Oh, the white dude, wasn't it? It was a white dude.
I know his name. I just can't remember his name.
He said it, and they started bringing up race. I forgot. Yeah. I can't find the one that.
She's of Iranian descent, not Indian.
Okay.
It's so creepy.
Okay, let me just run through this. I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get
That's
to that.
the rig I was talking about. Regina Waters.
Biden loses his train of thought, calls Harris Vice President Trump in solo press conference. We already talked about that. As Democrats face chaos at home, Michelle Obama goes for a full fun-filled holiday with ex-Google boss. So they want Michelle Obama to step in.
They've been saying this for years.
They've been saying that for years. We need a new nominee. George Clooney calls on Biden to step aside after seeing him at fundraiser. So George Clooney came out and wrote an op-ed in the New York Times saying that Biden needs to get the fuck on. So Hollywood is done with him.
Oh, he playing. Oh, they're doing skits on.
When they start doing skits on Biden,
SNL is doing skits on Biden.
It's not SNL. This is late. What's his name? Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy. Sorry,
it's Jimmy Fallon. When late night news, because late night didn't do no skits on Biden. Now they're doing them. You're cooked.
Just caught your interview on Morning Joe, or as I like to call it, Morning You. You get it?
Who is this?
Come on, it's Barack.
You're gonna have to be more specific.
Obama.
The big guy.
It was just a test to see if you knew who you were.
Oh, Joe, you're making about as much sense as you did during the debate.
Thank you.
Not a compliment.
Somehow you didn't make that. How did it make that funny? Funny at all.
They should have said the big guy.
Oh yeah.
We're now at
a
point in time
where
God. People are talking about Biden is too old. Hell, I'm older than Biden.
But you're cognitive.
No, that means you shouldn't be in office.
But Maxine Waters is still in her right state of,
yeah.
She goes off the rocker.
I believe it is insane that these politicians want to hold on to power to the day they die. Like, you in your damn mid-80s retire.
It's a form of power.
You don't need money. You're perfectly taken care of. You got all these government. Everything is good. Why are you still trying to do this? Go home. Go ahead.
Biden's fondling and sniffing behavior is very animalistic in nature. Is he Draco? I'm calling it. Biden is going to sip and say, "Hey, niggas, I need your vote." These shows ain't even funny anymore.
Not
Dang.
funny at all.
She talks in a church cadence, drives me crazy.
Because she always preaching to black people. They
She's
don't
always
talk
talking
to
in
black
church
people
cadence.
about the issues. They preach to them and tell them what to do.
Her wig interview is hilarious.
I'm gonna find that picture, the video of her doing that with the wig. Hold on, let me make sure.
Maxine will take a chunk out of anybody's ass.
Yeah.
And now I want to.
Hold on, let me make sure.
Oh God.
Through.
There you
Oh
go.
Jesus.
I move it over. Hold on, let me show this first.
You look good, Congresswoman.
And I get up every morning.
All right.
And I exercise.
All right.
And I work late hours.
All right.
I take care of black people.
All right.
Trump has told you who he is. He defined himself. He is a no good, deplorable, lying, despicable human being.
This is our politicians. Let me go to
Sunglasses inside.
Let me get another laugh in.
Sunglasses inside.
There's only two reasons. There's a couple reasons why people wear sunglasses inside.
Lying.
Hiding demons. Hiding secrets.
Chris Brown, the bitch is lying. All the boomers across the board want to hold on to everything. That's why the economy is in the state. In the state is what is in the state is in now. And yeah, these shows aren't not funny anymore. LOL.
It's bad.
Oh my. She has money to take care of herself.
Exactly.
Take care of black people's alive
from a liar.
And he's talking about if he doesn't win, there's going to be a bloodbath. There's going to be violence. There's going to be a civil war. Who the hell do you think he's coming after? Who's going to be targeted? Who is he talking about? But you know he means business because he is the one that led
Propaganda.
the invasion on the Capitol January 6th.
All right, we get it. Move on. Let's laugh at this right here.
Through his presidency.
And this shout out to this woman because she getting every interview. She is being promoted as CNN. She getting everything. Go ahead.
Yes. In the words of a fellow Swarthy, the bitch is lying. Nothing wrong with sunglasses inside our people with anxiety need that comfort blanket. Stop judging. Oh, Honorable Sienna be wearing glasses inside. That tell us everything we need to know.
I always find it funny when people wear sunglasses inside. 'Cause
Why?
It's like a person who's a celebrity. You're like, oh, please, leave me alone.
They were just Honorable Sienna on that celebrity shit.
I don't want to be bothered. No autographs, please.
A black man into the room. She throw the glasses on.
I'm like, please don't bother me.
Please don't bother me, nigga. Get away from me.
You dusty.
You dusty ass nigga.
All right, let me play this right quick.
They've also seen former President Trump. They've lived through his presidency. They've heard these arguments about
That wig just wasn't. That wig was beating her ass.
democracy, about the fate of the election, and yet
She couldn't get that wig. She couldn't get that curl.
recently by a larger margin.
She
So
just
what is
can't
the
get it.
plan?
She just couldn't get it to
She
shift
couldn't
right
get her
that day.
Superman curl on. That Superwoman curl. She just couldn't get it right.
Among
She doesn't have
Democrats
anxiety
to
though.
change that trajectory. It sounds like you're talking about saying and doing all the same things, but do you believe that something needs to change?
I think we need to keep working.
She was fighting that wig.
Hold on. She doesn't have anxiety though. LOL in her mint suit. Vote red. Reclaim the Republican Party. Isn't a CNN anchor Trinidadian? Politics and lies from both sides. Propaganda equals lies, and more lies with a bigger weapon. Fear. Superman curl. LOL. All my lenses are a transition. Can't be dark inside. Oh my God, I haven't seen this.
look, Honorable. They could have cut away from her. Nah, they made sure to show that shit. Yeah, they made sure to
They
show
could
that
have cut
shit.
away from her.
Yeah. No. We gonna
She
show
want
it
to
all.
stand a black American woman. She
right.
all of Sienna said, "This is just not natural. This is just not normal."
Yeah, that ain't supposed to happen. That's supposed to be the Reeds and all them doing that type of stuff.
She should have had that shit together before she went live.
Yeah, that was bad. Which means she don't have makeup then, because makeup would have supposed to fix that for her.
think they not physically there.
I ain't gonna lie, it looked like a rug because the way it droops down over her face like Shaggy. Like, look, let me get to the part. Look.
Oh, you turning into Sexy Red, huh?
Who is that damn rock the rock artist?
Which one?
The white dude. Damn, what's his name? He had the hair that come over his eyes. You got to see through his hair.
If you say the song, I remember.
I don't know none of their song. I know he was a rock artist. That's what she looked like right there. The dude that had a TV show together.
Brett Michaels?
No.
Who?
The one with the wife and the kids.
Ozzy Osbourne. Wow, you said shit like Ozzy Osbourne?
Right there, yeah.
Ozzy Osbourne really figured it out.
Ozzy Osbourne, that's what you look like. Look at that. Oh man. All right. That's enough. I'm gonna leave the elder.
I know both parties are a joke, but this isn't living comical. We call her. He's Wanda. Damn. Yes, Mark. This is a red flag for all black people who still think this journalism is safe space after Cameron.
Oh yeah,
they set her up. They have a bad wig day.
Yeah,
she does.
It's like Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah.
What concerns do you have about Vice President Harris's ability to beat Donald Trump if she were at the top of the ticket?
Look, I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president.
Oh, have mercy.
He said it about who?
He said I wouldn't have picked Donald Trump to be vice president if I didn't think she was worthy of being vice president.
So is Donald Trump really a woman? You said he got small hands and small arms.
Yeah.
Hand it over to the president of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin.
Lord,
ladies and gentlemen, President
That's
Putin.
Zelensky standing next to him, and they called him Putin.
Can you imagine Putin back? Like he like.
Is Zelensky just standing there like, dear God, I'm not gonna get my billion. When am I gonna get my next paycheck?
Hey, long as the check clear, he don't forget to sign off on the check.
Yeah, put the money on the account.
Zelensky don't give a damn.
Yeah, put the money on the table afterwards.
President Putin. He's gonna beat President Putin. President Zelensky. I'm so focused on beating Putin.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you can't clean it
Regina,
up.
I thought the same thing about Barack's tiny feminine hands. She's saying his hands are dainty.
Now I'm gonna show this little clip. I'm not gonna show the whole thing. Kamala Harris did a little interview or a press conference, and you know what she didn't do in this press conference?
What?
She didn't cackle. Everybody's mentioning, my God, she didn't laugh. She didn't cackle. This sounds very presidential. She did.
She could golf, so she does a boisterous, loud laugh.
So they're saying that this is actually the most presidential she's carried herself since being the vice president.
We simply know we cannot count on Donald Trump to help keep America and Americans safe.
I hate the way she
Out
talks.
on the world stage. And yes, I am also talking then about national security. This week, our president, Joe Biden, is hosting more than 30 global leaders in Washington, D.C. for the NATO summit. Now, NATO is the greatest military alliance the world has ever known.
So you get the point. I'm not gonna put the whole thing.
Ain't no sane people voting for Harris.
The district attorney of San Francisco.
Now, the reason why people saying get Cameron the hell up out of here, because this is the dude that said he got sentenced to life for a drug charge, but he was able to obviously circumvent it and get up out of there. But this is the dude who's saying that Cameron tried to put him away.
The district attorney of San Francisco, Kamala Harris, appeared in the courtrum during your trial twice.
Does she only wear grays? Those shoulder pads, though.
Remember, yeah, them shoulder pads from the damn 40s. But
this shows you how far white privilege can go.
Maybe that's her favorite color, gray.
Yeah, the two times that Kamala Harris showed up to my trial was when I got convicted, and also when they laid down the sentencing.
When you saw her on the day that the verdict was handed down, did you take that as a bad sign?
It felt to me that she was well aware about my case, and she was there to set her presence, almost take pride in getting a conviction.
He served 6 years in prison before he was able to get acquitted for a new trial.
Anwar said, where was he during her
he came
run?
out. He said something. That's why she lost. That's why.
Where's the other goofy that they had running around spinning the narrative in her favor?
He did. He's the reason why ADOS number one they tanked her and him. When he came out and said she put me in jail, and all these other people started coming out with the what's they called the law and
the parents truancy
laws. They came out. And that's really what ended her campaign. So he was a part of it.
Honorable, she wears poopy brown too.
Oh yeah, she do wear the brown one too. All right, let me. We got 2 more left. We already talked about. Oh, this person said Kamala Harris was DA. She sent my uncle to prison for 20 years over an illegal stop and frisk where a singular gram of marijuana was found. Dude just had his baby, my cousin, and didn't see him again until he graduated high school. It's always been fuck that bitch.
It's always been fuck that bitch.
How you get somebody 20 years for a gram of marijuana?
Remember when she looked up? Remember she looked at a UPS driver at the State of the Union address?
Oh yeah, she did wear the brown. Yeah, people was mocking her and put a UPS on her suit, whatever.
If you weren't familiar with her background, educate yourself.
When she first ran in 2016, wasn't it? Yeah, it was 2016.
You know what's crazy?
2020. When she ran in 2020, they got
we knew who had all the people in the political like Tone, Yvette, Black Authority. They all knew that she was gonna run for presidency. They knew that she was setting it up.
Yeah.
For her to run because they kept focusing on her.
Now look at this bullshit poll. This is the last thing I'm gonna show. They're saying that Harris is favorable to Trump.
That's some bullshit.
That's a lie. Y'all trying to just make her somebody.
Damn, Kiefer, she said my mom would vote for her.
Oh, you saying your mom would? Damn. Well, I can't say that. We got uncles that still want to vote for Biden. We got uncles and aunts
lies
still want to vote for Biden. So it is what it is.
Yep, our father still wants to vote for Biden.
I should have made this the thumbnail.
That's when you got to get off the phone. Because you be done said something you shouldn't say, and then that's fucked up, dude. That's really messed up. What you doing to Maxine Waters?
Oh, that's hilarious. Man, somebody who get their grandma off this damn TV, man. Come on.
Why would she do that? Is she a Greek? I got friends that want Obama back.
Yeah, it's still like
you know what? Crazy. It's still people that ride around here with their Obama 08 on their bumper sticker.
Yep.
And it's the whites.
Well, you could say they might still be proud of that moment because regardless of what he ended up doing, it was a historical moment.
My mom doesn't listen when I tell her she's not black.
Oh yeah, they don't care. Long as she said she black before, she black. So
terrible.
She looked like what they call a throwback. Remember that comment? A throwback?
Wow.
A person who look a little ambiguous. The one drop rule. That's the term they use. A throwback.
That's terrible.
It's bad. Anyway, we said it was gonna be a short show, and I don't think it was. Hold on.
No, okay.
How long was it?
It was 3 hours.
Almost 3 hours. Okay, so we lied. All right, go ahead.
People who's cheering for Obama recently, that video of the basketball thing.
Oh yeah, when he was dapping up the Olympic players and all the black players, he gave them the full embrace, and the white players, he gave them a handshake, or the white people gave him a handshake.
That was racist. Where are her shades? She's stuck voting Democrat. Nothing will change that. Make that the thumbnail, please. LOL.
I might just throw it up there later on.
Y'all ain't right doing.
Oh Lord. Anyway, man, we kept y'all way over time.
Yeah, we said
hour 30.
Hour and 30.
Almost
every goddamn time. I don't listen to anyone who took or promoted the jab. You see how DL supported Biden? DL Hughley. Oh my God.
Him and Plies. Have you seen Plies?
I'm gonna get Kaya on his ass.
Plies and DL Hughley are right there neck and neck in the Democratic propaganda shit. It's crazy. I said Plies?
Wasn't he coming out defending the migrants too?
Yes. He said they ain't taking no jobs. Y'all just don't want to do them jobs, all this stuff.
What has Kaya said about him lately?
Yeah, we might go look up.
I gotta go see what Kaya said.
See what Kaya had to say about it.
Have a strong end till you start again fresh on Monday. 3 hours, thanks. Suffering from ear infection. This was a good show. Yes, bringing me
hopefully
too.
Get better.
D.L. Hughley never disappoints being annoying.
Damn, ear infection. I remember when I used to. That's one of the worst.
I could have said something, but I'm like, I don't see him live.
Because you don't listen. You don't listen.
I know why you got an ear infection.
Why? Never mind. All right. Let's get up out of here. You got a last word for the people?
Live. Stay blessed, family. Have a good week. Please do. Oh, she want to know. Please do. Oh, you would. I forgot you spicy. You like smoke.
Give the people your last words before we get out of here.
Thanks for viewing the channel on this Saturday. On Saturday, you could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here with us. We appreciate the support. I'm not going to steal Dude's mantra this week because I don't want to get chewed out.
I like my mantra, but yeah. Anyway, as always, man, be sure to like it on your way out. Share it if you can. And as always, y'all, be safe.
Stay up and keep pushing.
All praise to the Most High. And peace, man.